up on the tablet. Can you guys see the stream? Can you see it or not? All right, thanks. All right, now you guys can talk about anything you want. Well, no, wait. Let me rephrase that. Talk about D&D stuff. I'll be right back. It's not capturing you guys on Discord. Yeah, nothing. It's not capturing.
The wine what? Is that part of gaming?
I have a corgi who does nothing but whine.
So you need a corgi pet. Gotcha.
No.
All right. I mean, I don't know how long. Do we want to wait for him to get things going, or do we want to start talking about it?
Just wait, I would say, because then
It's
people are missing.
Now,
Cap-
let's go.
All right. So are we waiting for anybody else, Mike, or can we go ahead and jump into the basics?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, welcome to our first session -1, as we're calling it, where normally it'd be session 0. The reason we're calling it session -1 is because we're not only are we deciding session 0 stuff, but we're also trying to figure out some technical gremlins, at least Mike is, while we talk about things.
Yeah.
So, that said, the first thing we need to decide is what setting we would like to use. We have several different options. There is the standard Dungeons and Dragons. There is Pathfinder, which is very similar.
I'm assuming the standard Dungeons and Dragons takes place in a dungeon with dragons.
Actually, no. The standard one takes place in a world called Faerun. Faerun, however you want to pronounce it. It's a whole world. It's got deserts, dungeons, cities, forests, wastelands, frozen tundras, rivers, oceans, islands, you name it.
As somebody who lives close to Green Bay, I'm all about frozen tundras. Continue.
And there's several other settings as well. Like I said, there's Pathfinder, which is a derivative that came to be in existence because of disagreements in the Dungeons and Dragons rule sets, and therefore it shares a lot of similarities of a previous version of it. And then there is also alterations to the rules that allow it to operate in the Warhammer universe, as well as its own set of rules for Warhammer, both fantasy and 40k. And then there is a Final Fantasy rule set which came out, I think, last year. And those are the base ones I'm aware of. I know there's a ton of others out there, but those are the more popular ones.
Okay.
So some of the lesser popular ones out there, if anybody's interested in those, there's one set in the Aliens universe. There's Cyberpunk. There is Fallout, and there is Vampire the Masquerade, as well as Lord of the Rings. So those are some of the bigger ones out there. I also have the rulebook for Lord of the Rings in D&D Beyond's app. It has an adaptation to work with D&D's rules.
Okay.
So those are the more popular ones. There's, like I said, there's a whole lot of them out there. Outside of those, there's one set in World War II. There's random generic space adventures. There's Vikings, medieval times, a whole bunch of others. So, with that said,
Okay.
do you have any preferences?
Um, honestly, I think I would like a variety of places, so maybe the original kind of sounds interesting, but being new, if somebody else wants something different, I'm totally down.
How about you, Seven? Any opinion on your side?
Crickets.
Dragon
Crickets.
Ball. You're allowed to talk now, Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you didn't tell it. We've just been going off.
Oh my god, I'm sitting here talking to myself without mute. No, man, no, I've never done this before, so I'm 100%. I'm taking all directions from the tower, man.
All right. So in that case, my recommendation to you would probably be stick with the basics and go with D&D, because some of the others have some rule alterations that make them a little more complex. If you don't want to use the D&D rule set, my second suggestion would be the Final Fantasy one, because it's more video gamey than it is role
Ooh,
play.
I like the Final Fantasy one. That'd be good.
Because the biggest difference between the two is going to be how your abilities operate. So with D&D, they operate like the best example I gave you is using a spellcaster, like a wizard. So with D&D, you have spell slots, and if you're, say, a wizard and you learn 5 different spells that are considered level 1, and you only have 2 spell slots available, at a given rest, you would only be able to cast 2 of those spells. And you have to prepare them ahead of time. So you have to say, "Hey, I have this one and this one prepared," and you can either use both of them once or you can use one of them twice, as an example. Whereas in
Ooh.
the Final Fantasy rule set, it'll be like, "Oh, well, you know these spells. You have 20 mana, and every turn you regenerate 2, but these abilities take different various amounts." And another big difference there is the class layout. Because let's see, do they have the? They actually doesn't look like they have it on the Roll20 app yet. So I would need to figure out how we play the Final Fantasy rule set. I know you can just download their character sheet though. Yeah, I know you can download their character sheet for free. So
Where's that? I can download it.
1 second. If you go to their website, which let me get a link to their character sheet. I'll throw it in the chat. Player content. Or I can just put a blank sheet in the Discord channel. It's downloading. I think it's meant to be printed. Well, that's fine.
I can look at it later too. No rush. I just was wondering if
Yep.
there's something I could look at somewhere.
And let's see, can we actually in the D&D character sheets are actually on Roll20 if we want to use that. So, like I said, my recommendation would be either D&D or the basic D&D or the Final Fantasy rule set. You'll get the more classic experience if we use the D&D set, but you'll get a more video gamey one if we use the Final Fantasy one. So I will leave that to you, up to you two to decide.
I'm fine with whatever. So whatever's easiest for you as the dungeon master is what I would actually prefer.
They're equally easy for me.
Okay.
Can you explain the D&D one again?
So the D&D one is going to be more role play intensive. So you're not just going to be rolling combat encounter stuff. You're going to be rolling like skill checks for things like I want to climb this mountain or the side of the mountain, or I want to do something silly, or I want to try to converse and roll to try to intimidate somebody, or I want to try to lie to them, things like that.
Oh, then that
And
one. There's a
Okay.
better chance of social engineering. I want that.
yes, yeah, D&D
Yeah.
is more tongue tie. Sorry, the D&D one's more immersive, where the Final Fantasy one's more like a video game action combat.
Right. I want the one where you can be more social engineering. I like that.
Yep, I'm pretty sure there's the Final Fantasy one has the social aspects too, but I believe somebody would have to buy the rule set for it. I will.
Yeah.
I will
No, I
double
think this would be
check
great.
that, but I think the D&D one's a better starting point, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Okay, so we're in agreement. We're gonna use D&D for our first one here.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
Are you good with that, Amy?
You both. She said she sounds good with it.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
I'm just creating a campaign over on Roll20 real quick. So the next thing we need to decide is what class everybody will be playing. This is more relevant for the initial starting here, so that basically everybody we know the party makeout. So our player that couldn't make it tonight, Jirix, had said he wants to basically play a paladin of appropriate training for whatever level we start at. So that's what he wants to play. So that said, are you familiar with all the classes, or would you like us to go over them?
I've looked at them, so I think I'm okay. The cleric really interests me.
How about you, Seven? Would you like us to go over them, or do you already know what you want to play, basically?
I think so. I've seen some of the other people playing and stuff like that. And when you're talking more of like the D&D aspect, I think I'm gonna do a bard. I think that would probably be best, just because I like the whole social engineering piece of it. I think that'd be great.
Okay, so that means right now we have a paladin, a cleric, and a bard.
I think it's a
Alright.
pretty good spread.
That is a good spread. Does
That's not
Lon?
gonna
Do
get
you
us
have?
killed.
No, I was gonna say.
Like, hopefully it won't get us killed.
Is Lonnie gonna fill in for like a side quest, or do you think she will be able to play as a main character? Doom.
It'll depend on what day we continue on primarily.
I see.
Oh, wait a second. Dude, what are you telling me here? Explain to me the difference between a rogue and a bard then.
So the easy way of explaining the difference between a rogue and a bard. So a bard is basically they're charisma based. Like you said, they're going to have a lot of social engineering skill.
Yep.
They're the meme of I roll to seduce, which you've probably heard. That's the bard. They have a little bit of magic ability, but they're not as good as like a sorcerer or a wizard. You basically use the arcane schools. They can also sing songs in game that buff the party around them within certain range, and as well as help them with out of combat rolls. The rogue,
And those songs are those songs are predetermined, right?
I don't believe so. No, I believe they're based on what the level they are and what they have access to, and like what their subclasses, things like that.
Okay.
I haven't looked at the new edition of Bard, so I'd have to double check that, but I know that's what they used to be. And the rogue is basically going to be your definition of like a thief or assassin. You're going to be stealthy. You're going to want to backstab people. You're going to be a lying scumbag, and you're going to basically live in shadows.
You can also use like arts of deception, actor skills, and stuff like that. Same
Yep.
thing. Kind of, you just use different roles, like different main stat.
There used to be a joke back in I think 3rd edition of D&D, maybe 2.5, where rogues could pretend to be wizards by using scrolls all the time and being like, "I cast this," and they'd secretly read a scroll and use the scroll to cast the spell. So you could do some shenanigans of rogue.
So explain to me the bard piece then. So you're saying that, let's say I wanted to sing a song of, I don't know, heightened strength for our paladin or whatever it is, right? So how does that work? I mean, is that a song that I just come up with, or is that something that, like I said, is it something that's predetermined that I can do?
So as far as your songs, give me 1 second. I'm bringing up the rule book for bards.
I think what he's asking is he's just trying to, is that a set skill?
Yeah, like what's my left and
do I
right
have to
limit?
come up with lyrics.
No, I don't. I'm just saying, like if I decide, like, okay, we're going up against the goblin, right? And he's got fire around him, and he is getting ready to cast it on us. And I decide that I'm gonna sing the song of the firebender or something like that, right? Like, can I do something like that and use that back against him?
I don't know if that's that's something you can do. I know most of the songs affect like your rolls, so it'll give you things like your party better chance to hit, better chance to dodge, better like the ability to roll twice instead of once, things like that.
Can I interject something here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So will Dragon Ball as a bard, the way I imagine it, and I guess I don't want to get too far out of the. I love what D&D is about because I feel like if you as a DM or like if you're going to be imaginative, say Dragon Ball has like 10 set known songs. If he levels up, maybe he learns another one, or however his book of songs expands. If he were to get creative and did some lyrics off to the side and he did a roll, like would you be able to as a DM say, you know what, that was pretty awesome, like he came up with a song off the top of his head or whatever.
Whoa. Are you saying I actually have to sing this stuff?
No, I'm
Only if you want.
the point is though, I imagine like as a bard you do have like a book of songs there. But if it sounded like Dragon Ball, you were asking about like you were just making up an idea for a song. I feel like as Doom as a DM, if he wanted to let you roll, maybe you're having some past life memory of a song that you're rolling from a historical battle. You know, like from like I'm thinking of like a Wheel of Time thing where way anyway. It's either you have like a book of songs, or can you also like roll a die to get like some boost from some unknown song that you're remembering from another life, that type of thing.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So that comes down to basically the abilities of the class features.
Yeah.
So the bard itself at level 1, as an example, you start with bardic inspiration, which is your basic song. You inspire others through words, music, or dance.
Mm-hmm.
And what this one does is you cast it on a party member or a creature they can hear you if in a certain distance. I think it's 60 feet. That within the next hour of game time, the next time they fail a D20 test, they can choose to use the bardic inspiration that you give them, which lets them roll another D20, and they add the result to their original roll. So it could boost them past it to make them succeed at something they failed on. As an example for you.
Okay.
You'll never fail if you do a dance.
So if we have a paladin, that's tanky, right?
Paladins can be tanky, yes. They're typically tanky.
So Amy, what were you again?
She's a
I'm a
cleric.
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 Clerics can be built as either tanky or holy magic users.
I'm hoping to be Healy.
So that's what I was thinking. You're gonna be Healy. So I'm just trying to think of how best to be able to support the team. You know what I mean? Like, I love the attacking aspect and everything else, but I think for something like this, I I think I'm just gonna stick with I'm gonna stick with the bard.
Think about what you want to play the most. Don't think about the balance of the team. I'll balance the experience around what the team has to make sure you have fun. Because obviously, if everybody rolls a caster, for example, if I throw a whole bunch of monsters at you that eat you alive, nobody's going to enjoy that. Because the goal here is not for me to instantly kill everyone.
Right. No, I think I'm gonna stick with the bard only because it's not something that I would normally pick, and I think it'd be fun to try it.
Okay. So you would like to start with the bard. All right.
Yeah.
So in that case, let me create a campaign on D&D Beyond. This will help us keep track of the sheets the best, or we can do roll 20. Maybe just do roll 20. I think. Let me set it up.
While you're setting that up, there are, and I'll save a lot of this for the end. I decided to just pop up on together because when the full game releases, I'm looking forward to letting them know, like, hey, this could be a good way for them to add like fantasy type gear, so that anybody who would want to sit at a table around like this virtual side, but it is a little buggy. And again, on that note, at the end, I have reached out to a few artists so that anybody who wants like a PNG tuber like Dragon Ball, I know you're not worried about a PNG tuber, but sometimes we're not feeling well and we all should have like a backup PNG tuber. So when you're talking Dragon Ball, your Bard PNG tuber could do just like it'll dance around. Like you can like you can literally make it so that it, and then when you're done talking it stops dancing, or you can have it strum a lute or whatever.
Sounds
Um,
cool,
My face.
actually.
Saying you don't like seeing my face?
I mean, if we all vote for your PNG tuber, then
Yes.
but
I would like
yeah.
I would love. You know what, Mike? I'm gonna let you pick my tuber only because you put up with Rub It so much, and I made that awesome alert for you. I would love for you to pick mine.
It's gonna be,
in our Discord chat, by the way.
we'll be chipping away at some of that stuff. You sound crisp. Is stuff messing up? It's been so broken. I tried to set up this winter tavern scene, and it's just been. We've got a fatal error even when we went live. Okay, I'm shutting up.
It's fine, Mike. I was just saying, I just put in our Discord chat here for the group a link to a Roll20 group that we can use to host all the content on.
Oh, nice.
If this is glitchy, I also have the D&D Beyond DM channel we can use, which would give us direct access to the books. I just want to see how the Roll20 works for us easier, because I know the virtual tabletops are better elsewhere than D&D Beyond.
Started setting up
So-
some scenes for this type of stuff, and let's see. Never.
So I'm sure everybody here has heard like the storytelling methods. It's better show, not tell. D&D Beyond would basically be, since the virtual tabletop there is not the best, it would be more of a tell, not show. So you'd be limited to your imagination unless we used both apps. But if we can get it all in one location, that's better.
I'm logged in.
Got me.
I
in
think
here,
I'm there
too.
too.
Let's see. I'm trying to see where we go to actually create our characters here.
Content.
tools, characters, and then you'll see it drop like plus buttons for different versions. You want to use D&D 5e new.
Okay. 5e new or 5e classic?
New.
Okay.
New is the newer rule set. Classic is the 2014 rules.
Okay.
Am I joining or I'm creating a new game?
I sent you. There's a link in our chat.
Yes, that's what I went to and I started. I'm logged in. Now what do I do?
After you're in it, you go to tools and hit character, and you can go up there and create a new character.
Oh, there we go. Characters.
Build a new character.
All right. So which one are we doing?
D&D new, the top left one, I think.
The new one. Okay.
And like I said, if this doesn't work too well, we can use the D&D Beyond one. I'll actually go ahead and create a D&D Beyond one just in case, because I'm more familiar with it. I've actually got multiple campaigns running there, so.
Oh wow, there is a lot to this.
It might make more sense to use the D&D Beyond one for character creation. Falco, do you know if Roll20 integrates with D&D Beyond? If you're there?
No.
Okay.
I kind of like this character sheet though, where it says Whisper GM and has all your hit points and.
Yeah, they both will do that.
Okay. So which one are we using?
We're exploring both of them right now to see what the better option is.
Okay. I will just look around.
I'm kind of leaning more towards the D&D Beyond one, and just see if we can figure out a way to use connect them, because I'm more familiar with the Beyond one, and I can actually help you with the editing of the sheets on Beyond, whereas I can't on Roll20. So, for example, on Beyond, if you had an error and something wasn't working correctly, like say your stats, you tried to apply damage to yourself but did it incorrectly and it set your max HP to 1, I can fix that on Beyond. I can't fix it on Roll20. So if you'd like to do that, that might work out better, because I can also share all the books that I actually own on Beyond.
Whatever is easier for you to help out. So I don't mind. I obviously don't know anything about either one, so whatever is easier.
All right, so in that case, please use the D&D Beyond one instead,
Okay.
and we'll worry
Should
about
I?
and we'll worry
If
about
I
virtual tabletop later.
Okay. If I sign in with Twitch, is that going to help me later on?
For Beyond, it's purely your preference on where you want to sign, how you want to sign into it.
Okay.
And I've got content sharing enabled. We're not going to use Lord of the Rings, so I'm not going to share that one just so it doesn't confuse anybody. All right. So with that, since you both decided on classes, we'll go over basically what your subclass options are going forward, and that way you can think about what you'd like to pick while we're going through things, and what you want your character to be. So I'll start with you, Seven, since we've already discussed the bard a little bit. So you have 4 subclasses to choose from. Those are the College of Dance, the College of Glamour, the College of Lore, and the College of Valor. The difference between them is they gain different abilities at certain levels. The College of Dance, I'll just read you the description of it. Bards of the College of Dance know that the words of creation can't be contained within speech or song. The words are uttered by the movements of celestial bodies and flow through the motions of the smallest creatures. These bards practice a way of being in harmony and the whirling cosmos that emphasizes agility, speed, and grace. Your first ability at level 3 is called Dazzling Footwork, that while you are not wearing any armor or wielding a shield, you gain the following benefits. And it lists out some abilities. And then you get Inspiring Movement. When an enemy you can see ends its turn within 5 feet of you, you can take a reaction and expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration to move up to half your speed where you want. And then one ally of your choice within 30 feet of you can also move up to half their speed using the reaction. And you don't provoke opportunity attacks doing that. And then you gain Tandem Footwork. When you roll initiative, you can expend one use of your inspiration as long as you're not incapacitated. To roll Bardic Inspiration die, you and each ally within 30 feet of you who can see or hear you gain a bonus to initiative equal to the number rolled. To explain what that means to both of you, initiative is what happens when we enter combat. So when I tell you to roll initiative, that's probably because you're entering combat with something. And the initiative determines the turn order.
Okay.
And the next thing gain is Leading Evasion. When you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you would instead take no damage if you succeed on the throw and only half if you fail. Any creature within 5 feet of you making the same dexterity throw can share from the benefit of this. Obviously, and it says you can't use this feature if you have the incapacitated condition, which is duh. And those are the abilities of the College of Dance.
Okay.
The College of Glamour traces its origins to the beguiling magic of the Feywild. Bards who study this magic weave threads of beauty and terror into their songs and stories, and the mightiest song among them can cloak themselves in a worldly majesty. Their performances stir up wistful longing for a forgotten innocence, evoke unconscious memories or possibly of long-held fears, and tug at the emotions of even the most hard-hearted listeners, if I could speak. You gain Beguiling Magic. You will always have Charm Person and Mirror Image available to you. Those are 2 different spells, by the way. We'll cover more what spells do later. In addition, immediately after you cast an enchantment or illusion spell using a spell slot, you can cause a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save challenge. On a failed save, the target has the charmed or frightened condition, your choice, for 1 minute, which is 10 turns, by the way, because a single turn is 6 seconds. The target repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect upon success. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending one of your Bardic Inspirations at any time with no action. Mantle of Inspiration. You can weave Fey magic into a song or dance to fill others with vigor. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of Bardic Inspiration, rolling a Bardic Inspiration die. When you do so, choose a number of other creatures within 60 feet of yourself, up to a number equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum of 1 creature. Each of those creatures gains a number of temporary HP equal to 2 times the number rolled on the Inspiration die. and then each can use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking attacks. And to clarify what temporary hit points are, basically there, temporary hit points last for a combat, so they'll go away at the end, and they basically are a health buff.
Okay.
Then you get Mantle of Majesty. You'll always have the command spell prepared. As a bonus action, you can cast command without expending a spell slot, and you take on an unearthly appearance for 1 minute or until your concentration ends. During this time, you can cast command as a bonus action without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against the command you cast with this feature. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest, or you can also restore it by expending a level 3+ spell slot at no action. And your last ability you gain is Unbreakable Majesty. As a bonus action, you can assume a magically majestic presence for 1 minute or until you have the incapacitated condition. For the duration, whenever any creature hits you with an attack for the first time on a turn, the attacker must succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell save, or the attack misses instead. As the creature recoils from your majesty. Once you assume the presence, you can't do so again until you finish a rest, either short or long. And those are the abilities of the College of Glamour. As for the spells that I listed out, the level 3 one, Charm Person, it lasts for 1 hour, and you can use it, like I said, once per rest without expending a spell slot. And what it does is, one humanoid you can see if in range makes a Wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your allies are fighting it. On a failed save, the target has the charm condition until the spell ends, or until you or your allies damage it. The charm creature becomes friendly to you when the spell ends. The target knows it was charmed by you. Mirror image. 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, so they're not like independent mirrors. They're like ghost images around you. Shifting position, so it's impossible to track which of you is real. Each time a creature hits you with an attack roll during the spell's duration, they have to roll a d6 for each of your remaining duplicates. If any of the d6s roll a 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit instead of you, and the duplicate is destroyed. So basically, it gives things a 50% chance to hit you. And the command ability you gain with the other level component there is you speak a 1-word command to a creature you can see if in range. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn, but it'll automatically fail based on your ability here. And you can give it one of several commands. You can tell it to approach, which it'll move towards you. It'll end its turn within 5 feet of you if it can. Drop. It'll drop whatever it's holding and then end its turn. Flee. It'll run away from you as fast as it can. Grovel. It'll go prone and end its turn. Or halt. On its turn, the target will not move or take any actions. And then you have the College of Lore. Bards of the College of Lore collect spells and secrets from diverse sources, such as scholarly tomes, mystical rites, and peasant tales. The college's members gather in libraries and universities to share their lore with one another. They also meet at festivals or affairs of state, where they can expose corruption, unravel lies, and poke fun at self-important figures of authority. And your abilities here is level 3. You gain some bonus proficiencies with 3 skills of your choice. Cutting words. You learn to use your wit to supernaturally distract, confuse, and otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you can see within 60 feet of yourself makes a damage roll or succeeds on an ability check or attack roll, you can take a reaction to expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration. Roll your die and subtract the number rolled from the creature's roll. So it's basically it's the inverse of the bardic inspiration, where instead of buffing an ally, you debuff an enemy's roll. So you can turn a hit into a miss, for example.
Okay.
Then you get magical discoveries. You learn 2 spells of your choice. These spells can come from the cleric, druid, or wizard spell list, or any combination thereof. A spell you choose must be a cantrip or a spell for which you have spell slots, as shown in the Bard features table. You always have the chosen spells prepared, and when you gain a Bard level, you can replace one of these spells with another spell as you want that meets the requirements. So you can choose weak spells when you at lower levels, and you can change that for higher level ones as you get stronger.
Did I forget those lower level ones?
Yep, only for those 2 spells though.
Okay.
Peerless skills. When you make the ability check or attack roll and fail, you can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and add the number rolled to the d20, potentially turning a failure into a success. On a failure, the Bardic Inspiration is not expended. So with this, you can basically decide you want to use a Bardic Inspiration after the attack or ability check instead of before.
Okay.
And if you fail, you don't expend the usage.
Okay.
And then you have the College of Valor. Bards of the College of Valor are daring storytellers whose tales preserve the memory of the great heroes of the past. These bards sing the deeds of the mighty in vaulted halls or to crowds gathered around great bonfires. They travel to witness great events firsthand and to ensure that the memory of these events doesn't pass away. With their songs, they inspire new generations to reach the same heights of accomplished heroes, as accomplished as the heroes of old. Combat inspiration. You can use your wit to turn the tide of a battle. A creature that has bardic inspiration from you can use it one of the following ways. Defensive. When the creature is hit by an attack roll, that creature can use its reaction to roll the bardic inspiration die and add the number rolled to its armor against the attack, potentially causing it to miss. Offensive. Immediately after the creature hits a target with an attack roll, the creature can roll the die and add the number to the attack and damage against the target. The difference between this and a basic bardic inspiration is the basic one can be used for any kind of D20 test. So it's not going to be used for armor, for example, which is where the defensive one comes into play, and it can't be used for damage, which is where this one comes into play, because damage is based on your weapon, as an example there. Martial training. You gain proficiency of martial weapons. Martial weapons consist of like bladed things, so like swords and stuff like that. And training with medium armor, which is going to be like chainmail and shields. In addition, you can use a simple or martial weapon as a spellcasting focus to cast spells from your bard list. Extra attack. You can attack an additional time whenever you take the attack turn action. Battle magic. After you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can make 1 attack of a weapon as a bonus action. So you can cast a spell and then attack instead of just cast a spell. And those are all the subclasses of the bard. We'll go over the base abilities as you level up, so unless you want to change your class.
I'm gonna stick with what I got.
All right. And for Amy's purposes, now I'm going to jump over to cleric.
I've been looking up things, so I might be a little ahead of where you think I am.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. So in that case, you're already aware of your level 1 abilities, right? Okay. And have you been looking for your domains? Do you need me to go over anything there?
Yes. So basically, I've been reading about the clerics and that there's a few domains, and I can't decide between life or peace.
I think you're looking at another edition because peace does not exist anymore.
Okay. What is this about? Okay, then let's do life.
Because the clerics as subclasses in the current edition are life, light, trickery, and war.
Okay, then I want to do. Let me just check out light. Light, damage with features that boosts fire. Yeah, let's do life.
So when you you're gonna be a life cleric. Okay. Do you need me to go over any of the abilities, or are you comfortable with them? And you just want me to go over them as we level up into them?
Yeah, I think I know what they are. It's just a matter of using them correctly, which I'm only gonna know as I do it.
Pretty much. I mean, a large component of this game is you'll learn it as you go, because the spell list, for example, is massive.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you can look online all day, every day about things, so fine. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of things you'll see on like TikTok and stuff like that are memery abilities that you actually can't do in game because they would take too long.
Okay.
Because an example of one of those I can tell you is the peasant railgun, which you probably may or may not have heard of.
Have not.
So the idea of the peasant railgun is a TikTok meme, you could say, for D&D.
Okay.
I'm being told too much for that, but I'm just using it as an example. It's not actually possible.
Okay.
Because the idea of it is basically a bunch of peasants pass something down in a really long distance, and because if they each throw it to each other, it's speeding up as it goes, and it'll deal a massive amount of damage when it happens. But the problem is, you actually can't do it in game because it's supposed to be within a 6-second window,
Oh. Okay.
and you also have to get the cooperation of a ton of NPCs, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah, that sounds like the Spider-Man meme. Okay.
So that was just a quick example of something on that lines.
All right.
So if you don't have any questions, we can proceed over to the D&D Beyond page to start making characters.
That'd be great.
So I similar to the other one, I sent a link to this in the H4H chat. You can join that if you haven't already.
There we
Because
go.
I'm like I said, I'm way more familiar with this one than I am the Roll20 one, and using this one, I can also assist you with any kind of edits you need to make. All right, so do you two would you like to make your characters at the same time, or would you like to make them one at a time so that we can make sure the details are correct?
I prefer one at a time because I can listen to what you do with Dragon Ball, and then I can kind of learn as you go.
Okay. All right, Dragon Ball. In that case, you've just been nominated to go first. So I'm just pulling up the character
Or
builder
I
for
can
your
go.
character.
Dragon Ball's
Okay, well,
muted again.
either or. You two decide who wants to go first, and we'll open up your sheet.
He's being quiet, so I will go first.
I'm sorry, I stepped away real quick. I heard my name all of a sudden. What's up?
You're fine.
We're doing character sheets. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
The character sheets. Let me see. Where is that at?
It's in the D&D Beyond app.
He sent another link in Discord to click on a
Right.
new
So
sheet.
I'm in the Beyond one. I was reading along with him on the class details.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, because we're going to use Beyond because I have more control over helping you fix things there than I do D20 or Roll20. Sorry.
Okay, so I'll close the other one. Yeah. So I was reading along when you were reading through the class details on each one of the College of Dance and Glamour and Lore. So you're telling me which one I want to take?
It's purely up to you on which one you want to take there. I was just reading them out so that everybody's aware, and because you said you weren't as familiar with them.
Right.
May not
Whereas
be picking it yet based on levels that Doom
Yes, we
assigns.
may not be picking yet. It's more so informational than anything.
Oh, I
One of the
got you.
things
Okay.
One of the things we're going to be deciding here in a minute is what level we want to start at. So, with that said, we need to know who would like to go first in making their character. We're going to do it one at a time to make sure we do it correctly.
Well, I got to put my kid to bed, so Amy, I'll let you go first.
I've been voluntold.
All right, so I'm pulling up your character builder there. Amy, are you looking at the page that says number 1 class, character
Yeah.
name. Okay. So first thing you're gonna do is name your character. You can name it whatever you want. Let me know when you've named it. If you don't have a name in mind right now, you can leave it as Angrybabypolar's character for now and change it later.
Let's do that. That's probably gonna be the
Okay.
hardest thing I come up with. So.
Okay. And in that case, our first thing is going to be your class. So, this might be easiest actually if you want to share your screen in Discord or on I don't know how Mike wants this going forward. If he wants to do like a screen share on.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing it. That should be doable. We'll find out quickly if it. I don't. Yeah, let's see.
Oh,
Okay.
did I not do it?
No, you're doing it right.
Okay.
All right, so
Let's
you're
see
gonna
if I
pick
just.
cleric, obviously, and add class. And now it's getting those 2 things that has the blue exclamation point are places where you have to select something. So you have to select your skill proficiency. I'm trying to think of the easiest way of explaining skill proficiency because this is one of the things
Be
that
the
can get
quickest
really
way.
convoluted.
I was kind of looking at them, and I want to do history and religion.
Oh, you already know what you want to use?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. The proficiency lets you apply your proficiency bonus to them. Okay, so you're doing history and religion, so you've already picked them. So okay. Click the drop down for spell classing. See if you get to pick anything right now. I don't think you do because I believe you know
Don't.
everything as a cleric. Yeah, cleric, you automatically know all the cleric spells, those levels. You can just have to rest to change them out, basically.
Okay.
So now you get to pick your divine order.
And that I don't know what this is. This is what I haven't.
All right,
This is more like healing, and this is more damage.
Let me pull up the book again. I can tell you what they do.
Okay.
To go to level 1, divine order. So a protector is trained for battle. You gain proficiency of martial weapons and training with heavy armor. So you'll be able to use swords and heavy armor.
Okay.
Thaumaturge, you know 1 extra cantrip from the spell list. In addition, your mystical connection to the divine gives you a bonus to your intelligence, arcana, or religion checks. The bonus is equal to your wisdom modifier.
I want that one.
Okay, so you want Thaumaturge then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, choose a spell. Ooh.
If you want to know what any of them do, just let me know and I'll bring up the spell list book for you and tell you.
What is the difference between guidance and the thaumaturgy? Or actually,
Guidance
just
and
tell me what thaumaturgy is.
1 second. Helps if I spell it right. All right, so thaumaturgy is you manifest a minor wonder within range. You create one of the effects below. If you cast a spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 effects of its 1 minute duration active at a time. Altered eyes, you can alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. Booming voice, your voice booms up to 3 times louder than normal for 1 minute. For the duration, you have advantage on charisma intimidation checks. Fire play, you can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color. Invisible hand, you can instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. Phantom sound, you create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. Tremors, you can cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
Wow, that
And
sounds kind of
and that
fun.
and that's thaumaturgy. And guidance, is you touch a willing creature and choose a skill. Until the spell ends, the creature adds 1d4 to any check using that skill. And it lasts for 1 minute, which is 10 rounds.
Okay.
Same thaumaturgy.
Okay. And then mending, just for shits and giggles.
Mending, this spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2/2 of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. This spell can physically repair a magic item, but it can't restore magic to such an object.
Okay, so if something's broken that had magic, it's just fixed. It doesn't do what it did.
Correct.
But
it fixes items.
But if we break a key or need to leave no trace, it might be helpful.
I should add here, think about what your class consists of as you're choosing this, or party. You have a bard, a paladin, and you. Things are going to get broken, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so mending, I think, is the right one. Let's do that. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Let's scroll back to the top. The next thing we need to decide is what level we want to start at.
Okay.
For beginners, it's recommended anywhere from level 1 to level 3.
How about we split the difference and go with 2?
I mean, it's something we need to decide on as a group, so we need some outside input here.
Got it. I thought it was like, oh, I get to choose.
No, we would like everybody to be identical here. And the next thing we need to know is, how do we want to determine hit points? Do we want to just go with the max available, or do we want to roll for it every level? Which means essentially you can end up with some weird combinations. You could be abnormally fragile. You could be abnormally tanky.
RNG. Sorry.
I heard RNG. So are we using RNG then?
It is all about the dice rolls.
It's true.
Let's let Dragon Ball ultimately, like, so Jyrix is gonna go with the flow, and then if Amy and Dragon Ball come to a whatever you both want, and I know Jyrix is pretty easygoing.
Hold on. Whiskokel is asking, what are the pros and cons of starting at level 1 versus level 3?
It'll be the amount of HP you have and the amount of abilities you have available to you. So the best example I can give you using Amy's character here is, let me bring up the class menu again, so I can close it to do the spell list thing. So at level 1, Amy has spellcasting and her divine order as her class features. She has 3 cantrips available and 4 prepared spells. At level 2, she has the ability to channel divinity, and she gets 2 charges of that, and she has an extra prepared spell. And at level 3, she has her access to her her subclass, and she gets another additional prepared spell, as well as the ability to use level 2 spells.
I would like to suggest, since a lot of people have not played in a long time or are brand new to it, that I feel like it'd make more sense to start off as level 1 and work with the least amount of things, and then just go from there. But that's how I would think about it.
Can you level up as you go along?
Yeah. You do. We'll level up as we go. So we're just going to start level 1 to make it easy then?
I just, that's how I feel,
Yeah.
but like, again, it's up to you all.
Yeah, definitely. I've never done this before, so yes, please.
Right, so we'll start at level 1 then.
I need the training wheels.
Yay, we're all noobs.
All right, so in that case, AVP, where you see it, where it says manage HP right there, you can go ahead and click that because we're going to roll your HP. It's set to 8 right now, as you can see.
Right.
Do you have dice, or do you need to be able to roll them?
Need to buy dice. Go ahead and
All right.
roll.
All right,
Hey,
let me get
wait
my
a
die
sec.
out quick.
Can you do a top down, or do you have a digital die? Like we need a digital die, and like this has to be like clipped or something. You know what I mean?
It is available on the phone app, I believe, but it doesn't appear to be available on the desktop app.
You could also you just open Google like 1D.
Yeah, you could.
8.
Yeah, Google has
Yeah.
like a built-in thing to it too. That's true. So you can do that.
Do you? Yeah. Do you want to roll it, Amy, like with a Google die or anything like that?
Mike, I think you can actually. I think there's an add-on you can get for Twitch. Where people can roll die in the chat too.
Yeah. I'm gonna like. I would normally be quickly doing that, but with everything crashing, I'm not gonna like mess around. Like,
yeah, no. All right, so Amy, I believe you want to roll a D8. So you want to roll that where it says 8.
D8. Okay, D8.
It's right there on the screen. You see the purple one that says 8 on it.
Got it. 3. Wait, no.
wait, get.
Okay, I'm rolling again.
Yeah, roll it again.
I got a 2. Great.
God dang.
Even better. So that 2.
No, that's gonna add to your health. Actually, you want to use the override.
Oh, okay.
So you have 2 hit points. If the wind blows, you're gonna die.
Oh my goodness. That's
That's
brutal.
so sad.
That is brutal.
Should have kept the 3.
Or do you want to take it where we use the max roll for level 1, and then we'll roll it from there, just so you have some.
That
I
sounds
feel,
fair.
yeah,
sounds
you know
fair.
what? That's kind of crazy. Starting out like,
Okay, so
I mean, it's funny, but dear lord, I think maybe we start the RNG rolling when you level up, perhaps.
okay, so
That I
in that
think-
case, blank out the override.
Okay.
Slight
We're not
breeze is gonna take down
hardcore
Amy.
playing here.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
erase it. You have to erase it, not change it.
Okay.
It almost
Oh
feels
my
like
gosh.
it almost feels like if you're rolling, it would be you're taking your first hit points and then it's just a modifier to it for your first level. But yeah,
So
hit
sad.
points.
You do get a bonus based on Constitution afterwards.
True.
Yeah,
just to
Oh
add a
yeah,
little
that's
bit.
right. That's true. That's true.
Dragon Ball
it's not gonna be
sneezes,
much, though.
cleric dies.
Do you have this open, Dragon Ball? Like, can you share your screen for your rolls when you're ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
I know. I
Alright,
just
so
was
Amy-
making sure it's ready.
So just scroll down, Amy, make sure everything is good to go. Make sure it didn't erase anything.
We're good.
All right, so you should be able to click the arrow to the right now to go to the next part. So this is your character background. This is going to give you things like various bonuses to various skills and your stats and such. So you want to use from the 2024 set, which is core rules. If you want to know anything about any of them in particular, let me know which one interests you, and I will tell you what it does.
What is the acolyte?
The acolyte. Let me open it up. Where are we? I clicked through somewhere. There we go. That's class. Fortune, here we go. All right, the acolyte. The description is you devoted yourself to service in a temple, either nestled in a town or secluded in a sacred grove. There you perform
Got
rites
it.
in honor of a god or pantheon, blah, 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 blah.
If I choose it, I can actually read it. Sorry.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
Sorry,
if I click on it, no, this is my fault for not looking.
Yeah, because I was going through there. So okay, so you can see what you do. So you get automatic proficiency in insight, and you can choose another one on the drop
Let
down below.
me check. And just want
Most of these are pretty
guide.
self-explanatory on what they actually are.
No, I don't want that. Hermit.
It's gonna be solved. It's not an easy thing to do to escape. This thing's only really big. You know what? The judge will appreciate the risk we took to kind of square standing up. I think, obviously,
Scribe.
the sculpting its features. Dana and I are going to focus more on some of the details on our
Okay, I think I'm going to do the acolyte.
Okay. So like I said, you get proficiency in insight, and you get to choose another thing from the list. If you want to know what a skill actually does, ask me, and I'll tell you what it does. I know some of them are not very clear.
Ooh, deception would be kind of cool. Although medicine would probably be more helpful.
Medicine's going to be used for things like what herbs you would need to treat something, what kind of poison's affecting somebody, things like that.
I think we should do that one.
Okay. And you're going to be proficient with calligrapher's supplies, so you'll be good at writing. And you get to pick up 2 more things there. Magic Initiate gives you a feat.
Okay.
Even though it seems like it's a big lump, they're cool and big, lots of texture. There's a lot of ways we can use all of our skills.
Right.
At the end of this challenge,
Wisdom. Oh, so we get choice of
You get
these
more
again.
spells. Yeah, you get more
Okay.
spells.
Okay. So crap, what were they? Mending I already have. Guidance.
If you selected Mending again, it would let you use an additional time within a rest spell. No, it's a cantrip, so you'd be able to use it infinite time anyway. Never mind. Disregard.
Okay.
Because cantrips you can use to your heart's content.
What is spare the dying? Is it basically literally let them die faster?
You stabilize somebody.
I believe you're
bleeding out.
correct. I'm just bringing
Oh.
the definition of it up.
That's kind of important.
Yeah, you have I think guaranteed chance to stabilize somebody as opposed to letting them bleed out every turn. Roll the dice to bleed out.
So Falco is exactly correct. What it does is choose a creature within range that has 0 hit points and is not dead. You make the creature stable. And the range doubles every 5 levels, essentially.
Nice. What is the toll of the dead? Toll of the dead?
Toll the dead.
Sounds like are you like rolling for like items or currency from
She's picking spells.
dead enemies? The Toll the Dead thing sounds like you roll a die and you might get some kind of treasure or currency from like dead enemies. I don't know though. I'm taking a guess.
Necromancy spell. It is a necromancy skill spell. You point at one creature you can see within the range, and a single chime of a dolorous bell is audible within 10 feet of the target. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. The damage increases at basically every 5 levels.
What is Word of Radiance?
Word of Radiance.
There's going to be a test on this later, Amy, so I hope you're taking all this down.
Thanks.
No, I should be able to see it from my character sheet later. Word of Radiance is a burning radiance erupts from you in a 5-foot emanation. Each creature of your choice that the tongue-tied that you can see in it must succeed at a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage. Damage increases every 5 levels.
And that does not include my group, correct? It's
No, it does.
oh.
Each creature of your choice, so you can choose. Here.
Oh. Okay. So that might be helpful.
It's a 5-foot range, by the way. It's going to be point blank.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think, guys?
She's asking for input.
Light. I
Light.
forgot what light
Well, I
is.
think you're going for heals and Healy, so a lot of it's going to be your fault, if not all your fault, Amy. So good luck.
It always
Wow.
is anyway.
Wow, the weight.
So
I
light.
you know what? You have the dungeon master that's going to be here. Like, this is the first time we're doing this. And
Okay.
so we've got an experienced dungeon master that's going through this with us. So I think you should pick on what you feel comfortable with, because he's going to tailor this game to go along with us.
That's true.
Throw it back at dude.
I'm not gonna throw stuff.
He's not going to sit there and right off the bat and be like, "Oh, you screwed up right off the bat. You're dead."
Oh, you're just
He's gonna make it
while You're
fun,
fighting
so-
an adult dragon. And you
Stop healing the enemy. Oh my god.
Right.
Sometimes
So
that's
whatever
helpful,
whatever
actually.
you feel like you're going to have fun with, that's what you should definitely go with.
As a legitimate answer to that, though, Amy, Toll of the Dead requires a wisdom saving throw, which you are a wisdom like based character, so it's going to be more difficult for them to resist it.
You also have to consider the roleplay aspect there. You're playing a life cleric, and that's a necromancy spell, so you got to take that into consideration too.
I know, that's why I didn't like it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to play with the undead.
If you want some suggestions, click the drop down. I can offer you some suggestions.
Mike can use his channel points and we can have chat pick it.
Or that.
Yeah. What was light again? I didn't hear that one.
No problem. So light is you touch one large or smaller object that isn't being worn or carried by someone else. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light can be colored as you like. So it basically you basically make a lantern for 1 hour.
You should also have access to Sacred Flame or something like that.
I think
If
that's
that's
a level 1
more
spell.
like.
I'm double checking. Sacred Flame. No, Sacred Flame's an evocation.
Cantrip.
Yep, it's a cantrip. So the difference, Sacred Flame is a flame-like radiance descends upon a creature that you can see if in range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from half cover or 3/4 cover for the save, and increases in damage every 5 levels. So it's basically an offensive spell. It's
Okay.
So all three are expensive spells. One is like necromancy. One is what was it? Or this is like sacred holy light. The other one was well, kind of holy too.
So do I toll the dead just because I should do one bad thing?
If you want an offensive spell, I'd recommend Sacred Flame for role-playing aspects there, unless you want Toll the Dead to be like a necromancer. Because Sacred Flame's is a radiant damage spell, whereas Toll the Dead is necrotic damage.
All right, so we've got Spare the Dying, Sacred Flame, and then Now I have to choose.
Yeah, choose another one. Oh, it's level 1 spells, isn't it? Yeah, these are level 1.
Yeah.
More of them.
I can create water. I can cure wounds. Ooh, these are all good. Mm,
How useful is water? Like, I mean, are you gonna inflict like how often is everyone gonna have to eat, Doom, and drink and stuff?
That'll
This-
depend on some of the rules we select here.
It could
Go
be
for
that they're in
water.
a desert. Create or destroy water could be very, very useful.
I know, but so could detect evil and good.
Just assume everything's evil.
Yeah.
So, create and destroy water lets you do 2 things, obviously. You can create or destroy water. You can create up to 10 gallons of water, clean water, using it. Alternatively, the water falls as rain instead of creating 10 gallons of it. And the rain would be if in a 30-foot cube. The rain will extinguish exposed flames when you do that. Alternatively, you could destroy water, which can destroy fog as well.
What is sanctuary?
Sanctuary. Sanctuary is you ward a creature within range until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack roll or damaging spell must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or either choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
I think I need to create water or destroy water.
You gonna create or destroy water?
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
You do get to change these. Oh,
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah, you can change
Okay.
these at basically any time, I believe.
probably long rest.
No, this one's on level up. You can change this one on level up.
So I have to
On a rest, you can change the
choose.
prepared ones. So, in other words,
choose-
just to explain here real quick, ABP. These
Yeah.
spells you just selected, you're going to always have those prepared.
Okay.
At level 1, you're going to when it comes to your level 1 spells, you're going to choose. I think you can choose 4 spells, I believe, and you can
Okay.
use them in any combination of them 2 times per rest.
Okay.
All right, so now you're choosing ability scores. You can either increase 3 of them by 1, or 1 by 2 and 1 by 1.
I think it makes sense to do 1, 1, and 1. Since I'm level 1, we should probably increase all of them, right?
Maybe not. You have to think about what you want here from these abilities. So
Okay.
wisdom is your primary spell casting stat, and charisma is used in a lot of social interactions as well as some holy spells. Intelligence actually isn't too useful for you.
Okay. So then let's do the wisdom 2 and charisma 1.
So you'll click the 2 and the 1.
Okay.
And it's going to tell you which ones you want. The first one here, the first one's the +1. I know it's backwards.
No,
This
that's
is the one you
fine.
want to increase by 1.
Was charisma. And then wisdom.
Okay.
Nice.
And then you're going to get some character details there if you want to click that drop down. You're going to choose your alignment.
Well, I'm lawful good. I already decided that.
Okay. Do you know a specific god you want to worship in the D&D world?
I don't.
All right. So this list is massive.
Okay, do I have to choose right now?
It's part of the character creation.
Oh, no. Okay.
Let's see. It's called the Pantheon. Luckily, we can organize it by alignment. So you said you're lawful good.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm also looking them up.
Yep, I'm just going to go for some lawful good ones for you, and they're suggested domains. So you have Ilmater, who is the god of endurance, suggested domain of life. Symbol is hands bound at the wrist with red cord. And you have form, the god of courage and self-sacrifice. Recommended domain of war. White gauntlet. Tyr, the god of justice. Domain of war. Balance scales resting on a warhammer. That's the D&D pantheon. Then you have the fantasy historical pantheons as well.
Let's do Lathander.
Which one?
Lathander? Lathander?
Oh, Lathander?
Yeah, Lathander. The Morning Lord.
Lathander is actually neutral good, by the way. But it fits still.
Okay. So is that what I put under faith?
Yep, just type in Lathander.
Lathander or Lathandar? Lathander. Okay.
And this is basically your how much gold you spend on living every day. Basically your lifestyle.
I'm comfortable. No, I'm comfortable. Yes.
It gives you a little quick description of it. Right, your physical characteristics. You can actually adjust this information later if you don't know what you want it to be like.
Okay.
Same for those. You can do all those later.
Okay. Okay. So next.
Yep, go next. Right now you get to select which species you want to be. We want to use Player's Handbook core rules. And you can actually deselect show legacy content. We don't want those to show up.
I want to be a hill dwarf.
You'll select the subspecies in a second.
Okay.
It might be further down actually if you scroll. This is just the basic dwarf information here.
Okay. Dark vision, toughness, cunning.
So if you hit confirm, you'll start as dwarf and you'll get to select a subspecies of dwarf.
Okay. And then creature size. Oh, I got to choose 2 languages. Oh.
Mm-hmm. You can either roll the dice to decide which ones you want, or you can pick 2.
What do you think, guys? Should I roll the dice?
Always roll
Have
it,
a gambling
except for
man
when
do
it's
it.
for HP on level 1.
Okay.
So you want to roll a D12.
D12, here we go. First one is, I'm rolling it, hang on. A 6.
It's a 6. So go to our table. You know
Elvish. Nice.
Oh, dwarf knows Elvish.
That's funny.
Watch, you're not gonna know Dwarvish next.
Probably not.
Dwarf that can't speak Dwarvish but knows Elvish.
Oh. Okay, here we go. An 8. Gnomish. Awesome.
So you're a dwarf that can't speak Dwarven. Awesome.
Apparently not.
It didn't let you pick your subspecies, did it?
No.
I mean, I don't know what your backstory is, but if you can't speak Dwarvish, maybe like what are you speaking? Gnomish and Elfish? Like your parents were a gnome and an elf, really tall elf and a really short gnome.
Makes sense that I'm a dwarf.
That took a turn.
That's funny.
Hey, we do not judge here, okay?
No, we do not.
All right, so ability scores. We have, if you click the drop down there, we have 3 ways we can decide this. So standard array is basically pre-built stat lines and you get to pick one. Manual/rolled is you can roll dice for every single one of them, and point buy is you have a number of points that you can allocate out to your skills.
Well, considering my luck in rolling right now, I don't think that's going to go well.
Essentially, here's the way to explain them. Standard array is very similar to pre-built characters. Manual/rolled is RNGesus the character. And point buy is basically gamey, where you can decide where your abilities lie.
Right. I vote for standard array, but you
We all
know,
have standard array
I
and
know we
point
all
by
have
are
to.
very similar.
Yeah, so I think chat should decide.
Point by gives you a little more diversity or free will,
Mhm.
character building.
But I don't know what
So it
I'm
might be
doing,
more useful.
so I would need help.
That's fine.
Who can help you with that? Yeah.
There's people here who can help
Okay.
you.
So we're
That
all
was just
choosing the same
fair.
thing?
That'd be ideal, yes. So I'd
What do
recommend
you
either
guys
standard
think?
array or point by. It's up to you. Up to y'all to decide. Standard array will be more generic characters. Point by will let you customize a little.
I'm fine with either. What does chat say?
What Cal needs a little more input. What are you choosing to do as a group here?
For my
How
our abilities, are we gonna just go with like this is what we have, the standard array like pre-built? Are we gonna roll them, or are we gonna point by like kind of like you do your MMOs? When you level up, you get a new point you get to put wherever you want it.
I feel like for me, well, shoot, I'm not. I don't want to. I'll let the chat figure it out because I feel like that could help them decide. I don't want to help them decide. You all decide.
while we wait for the chat, some information on each of them. So standard array is going to be like using a pre-built character. It's going to be fairly balanced stats. RNG, the rolled one, can either be hilariously bad or you can roll a god. And the point buy system will allow you to allocate your points, like you said, like a game. So it'd be very customized.
I can say that, and I'm not, again, since as we're doing a session 0, this is like also season 0.
Yes.
I'm not going to get too crazy with the stream loot cards. I do have some fun ideas. And for a season 1 with a buy points type of thing, I could put like stream loot cards in, like when you level up and you need to do a buy point, and be like, oh, like say Dragon Ball's ready to pick a point, but somebody's like, Dragon Ball's next level up, or the next person to level up within a group, I'm gonna be able to pick that point. But I'm not doing that this season. That's just that's a little more, not, it's not too crazy, but that's something for like a season 1, not now.
Yeah.
But that could be a fun card.
My recommendations for learning the game would either be to use standard array or point buy with guidance. Those were my recommendations.
I'm fine with either one. So Dragon Ball has to pick this one.
If he's there.
It might not be.
Well, you're
Okay.
doing. Oh, there you go, Dragon Ball. What's it?
Which one I
Do you-
picking?
Do you have a preference over how we pick our characteristics, or how we pick our whatever you want to call this, abilities, scores?
Show them the drop down.
So you're either working with pre-built characters, or
Right.
you can customize your point spend.
What's the Constitution do?
Constitution is
gonna be like your
HP.
health modifier.
Yeah.
It's an HP modifier.
When we're talking about that, when you're buying points with the point buy, Doom can help you essentially give you a pre-built character anyway, more or less, with a little bit of.
Point buy, you can customize your character a little more, whereas standard array is going to be like a pre-built. So if you point buy, say for example that you don't want to have as much dexterity as a pre-built gave you, can decrease the dexterity and increase something else. It's just an example.
Right.
Whereas
I think I'm going to go
array,
with a
you
standard
increase
array,
it.
honestly. This is my first time doing it. I think I'm just going to go for a standard and just try to
Okay.
play the game the best that I can.
Okay, so we're going to use standard array on our first campaign here then. So you still get to pick which scores you want for each one, but you're going to have a set number of allocations you can use.
Okay.
So for you, Amy, since you're playing a cleric, I'm going to tell you right now, you want your wisdom to be the highest one.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably want either Constitution or Charisma to be your second highest, depending on if you want to be more tanky or you want to be more of a leader. If you want to be more tanky, Constitution. If you want to be more of a leader, Charisma.
Do we need me more tanky because we have a pally and a bard, right?
Bards are not tanky.
That's what I mean. Do I need to be a little bit more sturdy since we don't really have?
My suggestion to you, since you have a paladin, is I would make Constitution your second because paladins are going to have high charisma.
That's what I thought. And then charisma.
Actually, I would do Strength next
Okay.
because you're gonna get into some fist fighting, and then I would do Charisma.
Okay.
And as far as which one you want to be your 10 and your 8, I would probably do Intelligence 10 and Dexterity 8. The reason is you're a cleric. You're going to be wearing some decently heavy armor, so Dexterity is not going to be your friend anyway.
Okay.
And those are my recommendations for your stat allocation. You have the option of putting other like modifier and stuff here. You don't need to worry about that. So I believe that's all you have to do here. So next page.
Next.
you're
Ooh.
You get to choose your starting equipment. For being a cleric, you can either choose to have gold or a set of gear.
Hey, Amy,
A lot
be
of them have
careful
some
what you.
gear.
I got to step away. Be careful what you put on your screen. I'll be right back.
You probably want the gear.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
And then you get to pick some acolyte stuff. You can have some writing supplies, a prayer book, holy symbol, some paper, a robe, and a little bit of gold or a lot of gold.
This is kind of what I would pick anyway, so might as well take it.
Okay. So click where it says add starting equipment below that.
Ooh,
And
look at that.
It just added it all to your inventory.
Nice. Nice.
So you can. It's just letting you review it, so you can go ahead and hit next when you're done.
Okay. We get to add personal possessions. Okay. Nice.
And so you can hit view character sheet now.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. This one. View. Ooh,
So-
fancy.
Yep, so here's your character sheet. Over on the right side, you can see all your different things like your spells, your inventory, etc., etc. As well as you can manage your spells. So if you click manage spells at the top right up there, on the same block.
Oh.
It's over on the right side.
Oh,
it's the
manage
search
spells.
bar.
Got it. Yep.
So in here you can see what spells you know, and you can compare spells and stuff, such like that.
Nice. Own spells. Cool. So I can learn all these? Do I?
Those are all the spells you have the option of learning. Yes. You'll see some that say learn, some say prepare. The ones that say learn, you don't know. You have to learn them via some method, either level up or select or a scroll or something.
Okay.
Whereas the prepared one, when it says prepare, you know all those already. You just have to actually prepare them.
Okay.
So you actually have 2 spell slots you can prepare for first level. So if you want, you can go ahead and select 2 of the first level ones. Or actually, you take back. You have 4. You have 4 prepared spells and 2 slots. So you can pick 4 of the first level ones.
Can I think about this?
Yeah, you can think about it. You don't have to pick right now.
Okay. All right.
And when you think of what you want to name your character, up on the left side, top left, you see what's the Angrybabypolar's character. You can hit manage.
Okay.
And you can click the pencil, the name up there, and change the name. Or if you want to create a picture up somewhere and import a picture, you can click on the portrait.
Excellent.
It's up towards the top.
Yep.
And if you could, please go to character settings real quick, because there's a couple of things I think we skipped here on the character creation. Go to manage again.
Okay.
It's on the right side, character settings.
Yes.
Let's see. You have a digital dice rolling enabled. Check optional class features real quick. I believe that's what we skipped.
And customize my origin?
No, you don't really need to worry about that.
Okay.
Where it says one of the things we need to decide here, where we need some input, is advancement type. So I can tell you to level up based on story progression, or we can do XP based, which is more traditional RPG. So
I
this-
guess
this
it
is
would
one thing we need
depend
to
on
do.
how much XP and stuff like that and encounters that we're getting.
It's more so, do you want to be like, hey, are we leveling up based on events, or hey, do we level up based on how much XP we get?
Not trying to get into the story. How many events are we having between here and there?
Mike, it's 13 sessions, is that correct?
Mike stepped away for a minute,
sorry.
so
So we're
Sorry.
looking at one level a session maybe.
So the max level in D&D is 20. 20 is going to be like godlike characters, though. So around level 13 or so is going to be rather experienced characters.
Yeah, so it's you guys are meeting once a week at least, over a season, like so winter. So, but if you guys ever like got together and so like, it sounds like Friday's what is best. But if you wanted to squeeze in, like say Monday ended up working out and you did a Friday, like I don't like if you do, as long as there's like enough time for people to know it's happening. And so it's
What if I walked like 20 miles on Strava or whatever it is during the week? Can I get like an extra level?
that would be awesome.
I think Mike was saying you can pay to win.
yeah. Well,
Depends on H4H
I'm
donations. You may get experience.
next week you're gonna see that my channel's monetized again, and for every subscription, I'm muting back up.
Can I use channel points for an extra spin, an extra die?
You
That is something we
probably
can do in the
won't
future.
get too high level on your first adventure.
If I don't use all my Weight Watcher points for the day, can I use my extra points for skills?
If only it worked that way.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better off doing it by encounter based, honestly.
So by encounter based, do you mean story?
Yeah,
Okay, so milestone.
because
Okay.
that helps because you understand what we're going through, right? We haven't done it that much, and I think that would be better because you'll be able to drive the story more.
Yep. All right. Another thing there on the sheet there, Amy, if you like dark mode on your browsers, check the under dark mode. That's the dark mode of this page.
Oh. Nice.
If you keep scrolling down, you'll see where it says hit point type and leveling up. It defaults to
Yes.
fixed. We're going to be changing that to manual going forward because
Okay.
you can just say yes for now. We know we want now for now.
Okay.
And then you're gonna keep going. Is there anything else we need to change? Do we want to use encumbrance? Do we want to have people a max amount you can carry? Since it's your first game, I'm gonna recommend no. Just because if we do, you'll have to worry about how much you're carrying. Where if you don't, you won't.
Yeah, this campaign, I would prefer not to have to worry about that.
I would save that for the second campaign. And it's similar, we're going to ignore coin weight for that purpose because we don't want to have to worry about how much coins weigh.
Okay.
The ability score modifier display is purely up to you on how you would like it to display. The thing it's talking about is visible on your screen right now up there. It's the where you see the strength, dexterity, and stuff right there at the top.
Okay.
It's asking you which one do you want to display in the square versus the circle. Do you want the score to be in the square, or do you want the modifier to be in the square? Right, it defaults to having the modifier.
Probably the score.
And the last one, don't worry about the campaign privacy.
Okay.
All right, so that's all we need to decide there.
Nice.
All right. So, as I was telling you, Amy, maybe how you can change your character up there. When you decide your name, you saw where the edit pencil button is, right?
Yep. Yep.
And you saw where you can put in a picture of your choosing.
I did. Yes.
Okay. All right. In that case, your character is ready. Please go in there at some point next couple of days and fill out like the optional stuff, like the appearance and stuff like that.
I absolutely will.
It should be under either features and traits or background.
Okay.
All right. Now it's
Thank
time
you.
to make Seven's character. All right. To start, Seven, do you have a character name in mind already, or do you gonna go back and add that later? You're muted if you're talking.
Sorry. No, I have it added into your 7th Dragon Ball.
Oh, you just give you 7 Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
You give you 7 Dragon Balls character, or you just give you 7 Dragon Ball?
7th Dragon Ball. That's what it put in here. I don't know why it did
Yes.
that.
That's the default name for the character.
I got you. There we go.
You don't come up with anything more friendly for the setting?
Oh, 7th Dragon Balls. No, hold on.
You don't have to name it right now if you don't know.
That was awesome.
Yeah, maybe with some Z's in there. Are you gonna share your screen, Dragon Balls?
Keep digital downloads.
Wait, did I not share it? I thought I already shared it.
Oh, you're
He's sharing on Discord.
sharing it.
Yeah, click watch
TT,
on
get-
on the-
cheap digital download.
Oh, it's to the left.
balls.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, cheap digital downloads. H4H TTV.
TTV. Hold on a second.
Remember, this is your in-game character name, by the
Ooh.
way. So NPCs talk to you, they're going to be using this name.
Pepe Silva.
And you can add a picture later. You don't have to do that right now because I know you need to go find one.
Yeah, I got to find a good one of Mike. I'll put it in there.
So you're starting level 1, so that's all good. You already have your max hit points. That's good. So you need to click the drop down for the core traits there.
Wait, do I spin for the max HP?
No, we're just rolling from max HP for level.
I mean,
1.
if you want to find out how bad it was, but we're not doing that.
Okay.
Remember, Amy
Yeah, I
had 2 hit
2
points.
HP. You would have sneezed and I would have been dead.
All right, I'll
Stepping
keep it
away
at that.
for 1 second to let what's her name outside.
Yep, so just click the drop down for core bard traits down there.
Okay.
All right, so you get to choose which musical instruments you're good at. You would like to use. This is purely flavor.
Clearly, the bagpipes.
What the heck is a Zulkun? A war gong?
Question: what is a Zulkun? A Zulkun is a magical portable pump organ.
A pump? How about I carry that thing around? A pump organ?
It's a portable pump organ.
They have an ocarina on here.
You don't have any encumbrance, so
didgeridoo.
you can just take all the stuff you want.
I'm just going to do the pan flute.
You get to pick 2 more.
All right. The pan flute.
Do any of these instruments have a stat, a specific
fiddle?
stat?
Flavor.
I'm going to do the fiddle.
There are no stats involved. It's all pure flavor.
Kmart.
trumpet.
I was gonna say Kmart would be really wondering what's going on here with the trombones and all that.
You selected the Duke. And these are your skills that you'll be able to put your proficiency bonus in. If you want to know what any of them do in usage, just ask me.
What's perception?
Perception is going to be your ability to see things in a room. It's your classic eye check for traps. It uses dexterity as a modifier. No, sorry. I think it uses dexterity.
How about persuasion?
Persuasion is going to be your ability to convince somebody to do something.
Oh yeah,
Without-
definitely
with-
persuasion.
Without violence.
Yeah. How about sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand is going to be your ability to do things like pickpocket and pick a lock, things like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since there are some attacks that have friendly fire, could Dragon Ball use persuasion on the actual group?
Yes.
Oh, that's Dragon Ball's not allowed to have that anymore. I'm only kidding.
Just sleight of hand is for stuff like picking locks.
Yes. Like picking locks and pickpockets, things like that. They use dexterity as a modifier. Actually, I stand corrected there, Mike. You can't use persuasion on the group for combat actions. It's for non-combat things.
How about
Okay.
religion?
Religion is used for identifying anything that has to do with a religious approach. So it's going to be like, here's a statue. Does it have a connection to a religion? Here's there's a symbol on the wall. Does it belong to a religion? Things like that.
How about
So performance is another good one for a bard.
Yeah, performance is a good one for bard.
Yep, as well as deception, because they're both
all right?
like
We'll do
perform
performance.
as a certain.
What's performance?
Performance is your ability to play musical instruments.
Or
And dancing,
acting
maybe?
skills.
No,
So you
we
can
want
act as a
dancing.
different person, or
Yep.
or stuff like that.
Yeah, but
Dance.
deception works in conjunction with it for that. For if you want to like act as somebody else. So if an example there is usually if you want to pretend you're somebody else, performance would be your ability to play out that you're that character. Deception would be your ability to mimic their appearance.
Or lie through a
Mhm.
teeth.
Yep.
Saying that you are.
Ooh. Yes, that's definitely social engineering there. I'm going to do the deception. So persuasion, performance, and deception.
Yep, and you might remember I already explained what bardic inspiration is, and you have arcane spellcasting.
This will be up here for me to be able to look through again, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to see this again from your character sheet.
Okay.
So when you're ready, you hit the next button.
Okay.
And now you get to choose your background. These are basically some stat bonuses. I don't know if you were there for when we did APBs.
I was not.
I'm trying to see. Do I still have that list open? Pulling up the list of them real quick for you. All right, so like I said these will have some impacts on your stats there. Let's see, ones that would be beneficial for a social engineering bard.
Am I okay to be away for like another 2 minutes?
Mhm.
Okay, be right back.
A charlatan.
So a charlatan is going to give you bonuses in dexterity, constitution, and charisma, so your ability scores are good. And your skills is going to give you deception and sleight of hand. So
Ooh, really?
So it's a decent one, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But you're probably going to want to go back and pick to the previous screen and change deception to something else then.
Yeah, but deception would be so good.
Yeah, but you already have it, so you're going to be doubling up. You can only be. It doesn't add anything to select.
Oh, it doesn't double it. You can't. Okay. I
Correct.
see what you're
Rest well,
saying.
Kel.
Mm. What if I was an entertainer?
An entertainer will give you strength, dexterity, and charisma for your abilities. So good scores there because dexterity and charisma are the things you want. And it'll give you skill proficiencies in acrobatics and performance.
That one, would that fit well? What about a wayfarer?
A wayfarer will give you dexterity, wisdom, and charisma, so it's good there. And it'll give you insight and stealth for your proficiencies.
Ooh, that'd be pretty good. I think the stealth would go good with the deception.
Okay. So, for those listening, a wayfarer is basically a street urchin.
Okay. I was going to go for the entertainer from like the OnlyFans standpoint, but I think the wayfarer will be much better.
I was really hoping for a dance, but
Yeah.
And then you get to pick your ability score distribution.
All right.
It's gonna be wisdom, charisma, and charisma, and you can either do 1-1-1 or you can do 2-1. Similar to what APB did, my recommendation to you is the 2-1, and I would do 2 charisma, 1 dex.
Okay.
So the first one's the 1. And then the rest of the page is all the stuff you don't have to fire right now.
The first one, I have dexterity. So you're saying the first one is the 1+? Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. And 2+. Got it. Okay.
Yep. And the rest of that information is stuff you could fill out from your character page later.
Okay.
So you can just go to the next page.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where you're going to be selecting your character race. So you can uncheck the legacy content one to help limit the list. And you can pick what species you'd like to be.
Oh my gosh.
APB is a dwarf.
Is this AMSR?
that's a elf person, or not elf, that's an angel-like person. They have like angel wings.
Well, if I'm going to be doing something that's going like being deceptive, I don't want to do something like that. I'm probably going to be something like an orc, right?
An orc.
I'm there. Lower plane or
Well-
have fiendish ancestors who originate there.
That's a tiefling.
Yeah,
Yes.
a tiefling works well thematically, but people are racist towards tieflings. I do
Whoa,
not
whoa,
recommend-
whoa. Racist? Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
tieflings are min-max. They're very good for bard, but in universe, people despise them.
That's
They're
all right,
very
man. I don't like these.
untrustworthy.
Perfect. Wait. So we're talking about other people that are around us, like people run into and everything else?
Yes.
Like
NPCs are racist to you. Same with the Drow elf.
Yep. Drow is more fear than hatred, though, whereas tiefling, it's more hatred than fear.
don't worry, Dragon Ball, you'll win them over. And if not, you have Jirik and
Humans
Amy.
are always the jack of all trades characters.
Jirik's and Amy to back
Can I
you
just
up.
like roll better charisma for them to like me? Or was it going to be like a higher roll for that to happen?
You can always try to roll persuasion and charisma to make them like you, but their initial disposition toward you as a tiefling is not going to be the best.
And you, Dragon Ball, you had your persuasion there. You could have doubled up on intimidation if persuasion don't work with your team. You're like, you're gonna love me, I swear to God.
Like walking through town, people are not gonna like you.
That's fine, man. I'll just set up an IED outside their house.
Like there's a common joke in D&D groups of when somebody rolls a tiefling, if they're in a town and something goes wrong, the guards are automatically like, "It's a tiefling, they did it."
Oh, dude,
Here, another thing too, with what we had talked about, if Jirix is got to go a little early, or if you're running a little late, Dragon Ball, if you, for example, if you had picked a tiefling, now Doom has a reason to, like, if you're running late, you can obviously wait outside wherever because you're gonna not, because it's now you can role play while you're late, but it's not gonna draw attention to the group too. For example, it could be any type of other class, but that like gives some leeway in certain areas. Not that you should stay out of every town, but things like that could come up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're saying that you're gonna make me stay out of town?
No, I'm just saying if you're running
walk in
late,
there
the
like I own
roleplay
it.
reason would be.
I'm
God
gonna
dang
walk
it.
in there like I own the place.
send Dragon Ball in first for every. You could be the diversion.
That's right. See, it's like good cop, bad cop. I could just go in there and be like, "Oh my gosh, this guy!" And be like, "Oh, don't worry about him. I'm here to help. I'm gonna do it."
There's actually a parody D&D group out there where one of their party members is a tiefling sorcerer, and their running joke is anytime they have an encounter, they're like, "What would you like to do?" And she's like, "I cast fireball." It's like, but you're ordering a drink. Yeah, no, I cast fireball.
Dude, I'm so doing it. Fiendish legacy, otherworldly presence. Absolutely, that's what I'm doing. I'm here to have fun. Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
You
Size.
get to pick how big you are.
Oh man. I only get medium or small.
Yep. Tieflings are small in stature typically.
Do I move faster if I'm small?
No.
When I say medium, you're up to 7 feet tall. If you read that,
All right, I'll do that. 30 speed, dark vision, fiendish legacy.
You can either roll 1d3 or you can pick one.
I guess we could roll it, right?
Mhm.
Wait, why don't I have a D?
Because D3 is not a typical size.
Let's
You
wait. Why
add
did it
three
do
to
that?
it.
Nico.
Oh, adds numbers. No. How do I D3?
You should have the option to add it. Or add a die.
you just type
go to
one
that one.
d3.
Roll. Do that one. You can do that one. That's one die, and you need to type the 20 in your place.
Three side, yeah.
Whoa. Sorry. Why is my number locked on that? 3. Okay.
And roll.
Stop.
If it ever stops. So you
I
get one.
thought it was
Go
going to
the
stop
top
on
of
its
it.
own. All right. I guess I'm doing 1.
So you're an Abyssal Legacy. Then you get to pick your legacy spells.
Resistance to poison. You also know the poison spray cantrip. Okay. Okay. Legacy spell. You learn a spell as shown on the table. You always have that spell prepared. You can cast it once without a spell slot, and you can regain the ability to cast it.
Charisma is your primary spell modifier.
So if I choose it again, does that double it? Or does it add to it?
No, it's gonna basically give you a free spell. So it's letting you pick which spell school you want right now, basically.
All right, we'll stick with charisma. What?
You know the Thaumaturgy cantrip already.
Okay. Languages. Oh man.
Right. Bust out the D12.
All right.
I think if you hit go, I think it stops on its own, by the way.
10.
You know halfling language. If you get gnomish, you should probably change your character to small character for the memes. You got 6.
This is weird if you guys cannot communicate in the group.
4.
No, you'll always know common.
Yeah, you always know common.
Oh, I see the dash up there. Never mind.
So
I was
Elvish. Or is it
like Tower
German?
of Babel.
You rolled a 4, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that's Dwarvish.
Dwarvish. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know, up
Dwarvish
top.
is 3 and 4.
Well, at
Up
least
top
one
it
of
says
us
the
can
languages.
speak. At least one of us can speak Dwarvish. It's not the dwarf.
Oh, I see it. I see. It was up there. I'm sorry. I
Yep.
was thinking it was just the number of drop down there. I got you. Okay.
All right, and then we pick standard array for scores.
Okay.
And if you want suggestions here, charisma is your primary, dexterity is your second.
Yep.
And then past that, I would do constitution,
Ooh, okay.
wisdom, strength, int.
Wisdom, strength, and intelligence.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
And now you get to pick your starting equipment. Do you want to start naked with money, or do you want to start off armor and weapons?
I mean,
Bard starting equipment, you'll have better armor. You'll have the same weapon no matter what, which starting set you want there on the A class. You'll have a musical instrument as a bard. You won't have one as a wayfarer. You'll have an entertainer's pack in 19 gold, or you can have the same weapon, a thief's tool, gambling set, a gambling set, basically, a bedroll, pouches, and clothes. So the big question is, do you want to start with a musical instrument?
yeah. I think I'll start with the bard starting equipment.
Well, you get to pick one from both.
Oh, okay.
So you can technically have 4 daggers if you want, because you can toss them. Daggers are not a melee only weapon. You can throw them.
Wait. Why did it has?
You're picking an instrument.
But I thought I already picked my instruments.
Now, earlier you picked, you have the skills to play the instrument. Now you have to pick the instrument you're carrying, starting with.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the pan flute because I picked it earlier.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna do the other daggers again, and
They're picking a gambling toy, basically. How do you like to gamble? Do you like to roll dice, play chess, play cards? 3 Dragon Ante, which I don't know what that is. I think it's a card game.
It's like 3-card Monty, like the scam game.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, it is basically that.
which way do I like to gamble? I mean, besides driving my car into oncoming traffic, that's a good way to gamble.
Jesus.
I think I'll go with the dice.
You can always 1d4 it too.
Yeah, I guess I could, right?
Or you could play dice in the dice game.
Let's do it. 2.
You play chess.
Oh, all right.
And click where it says add starting equipment right there, the big red button.
One of those old people in Central Park scamming people with chess.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Here's my inventory.
Yep, it added all to your inventory already. So you just scroll down and make sure there's nothing else, and if there isn't, click next.
Glad I got a mirror.
There's stuff like the armor you can click wear.
Ooh, look at that. It goes
Yeah,
right with
whatever.
my OnlyFans. I got a Tinder box. Okay.
And you can click view character sheet, and your character is basically ready for you to finalize some of the details there, like when you feel like it, like finding the Pepe picture.
Nice.
And if you want the dark mode on this instead of the all white backgrounds, if you scroll up to the top, if you click, you see where it says manage next to your character name on the left side.
Manage where?
Right there.
There we go.
If you go to character settings.
Character setting. Manage character. Oh, I see.
Turn on under dark mode. That's the dark mode.
There we go. That looks nice. Good. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna have up. This is gonna be my guide.
Yep, this will be your guide to what you can do. We'll go over into a little more details and things like Falcon mentioned, like the inventory and the equipping and things like that. We can do that right now, actually, since we're done creating characters at the moment. Just want to make sure both you and APB are there, so we're not having to repeat it.
I'm here.
And
All
you
right,
got
so we're gonna,
you got about an hour, by the way. Just
Yep, that's plenty of time.
Okay.
That's why I was like, wait, maybe we still have an hour. We can do it.
Yeah,
now.
you guys made good time because if Jurix were here, like all characters would be made. But go ahead. I just wanted to chime in.
Yep. So if you click where it says inventory on the right side window, the big open one, the big square one, we see where your actions and spells and stuff are. There's one tab that's inventory.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Go down a little,
Inventory.
left a little. It's the big box.
This big box.
Little one right below that, to your right.
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry. Say again. What am I clicking?
Inventory.
I'm dumb. Got you.
So you'll see you have my inventory and party inventory. My inventory is your stuff. And basically you can scroll through here and on the left side of it, you'll see where it's active and you see a checkbox. If you have if it's checked in that list, it means you're carrying it with you. And like in your hands and ready to use. So like if you have the daggers checked, they're in your hands. If you have the leather armor checked, you're wearing it. If you have the backpack checked, it's on your back. Things like that.
So I should check what I am.
And the pouches, if you check the pouches, they're on your belt, things like that.
So weapons specifically, you wouldn't have just in your hands walking through town.
Correct.
Got it.
So typically, as you walk, if you're like sensing danger, you would want to say you're preparing your weapons or something like that. Usually, that otherwise that would take a turn, as in like a surprise attack. They get an advantage on you.
Like it'd be perfectly fine to wear leather armor, but if you're walking around with your daggers out, that's a little weird.
Okay. So you're like, you say something that we're going into such and such town or something like that. As we're doing that, we need to be going in here and unchecking that, or we do that when it's our turn.
You can go ahead and do it when it's not in combat, but if you're in combat, it would take an action to do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because the way combat works is
I have a robe that's in my backpack. I can move it to my equipment and put it on.
Yes, if you want. I think you have an actual armor set though.
Yes, no.
If you want to wear that.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. So to
Everybody
reiterate,
hates
like
me already,
typically
so
you
I'm
don't walk around down the street with your gun out or your whatever. Obviously, I'm saying gun.
I mean,
A dagger.
gun works. There's guns in D&D.
You're not
so that
open
works.
carrying. You're not open carrying.
Everybody hates me already. Hey, I'm an American. You don't tell me that I can't open carrying.
No, sorry, that's not even true. You are open carrying because it's on your back or whatever. You're not carrying it in your hands.
You're not
ready
walking
to
around
go.
with a bow ready like you're in a war zone.
Yeah. There you
Right.
go. There. So you are open carrying it and they're on your back and whatever, but it's fine.
Everybody
there are
hates me
certain
already.
situations. Well, there are certain situations where like the guards will like check you for weapons and stuff like that.
Okay.
But like typically, you walking down the street, you're not having it in your hands. So unless you like, what Doom is saying, and we're starting to sense danger, probably, and you would then say, I'm prepared. I'm going to take out my daggers, and then you equip your daggers free of charge of a turn.
Gotcha.
While if he acted, he says you roll for initiative before you've readied your weapons. You're going to have to use a turn to take your weapons out.
Yep.
And that means the enemy has surprise on you and gets a turn to attack you first or move into position first if you're using a ranged weapon.
Roll there.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but you still have to use the turn to take out the weapons regardless. Like,
yeah, but they can move.
They do. Yeah.
So that actually leads me to another thing how the flow of combat. So when we get into the game itself, after I say roll for initiative, you see the block. This is initiative, top center of your character sheet. There, you have +2 on yours. You see it?
+2 initiative. Yes.
Where you click inventory, move up 1, and then to the left.
Yep. So I don't know if you could do it in the web page. I know you can do it in the phone app. If you click it, does it let you roll it automatically? Just click the +2.
Yes, it
on your
does.
initiative. Yep. So you can therefore you instead of bringing up a thing, you can just click that to see what your initiative is. So when I tell you to roll for initiative for something, everybody will say will roll it like this, and say if you were fighting an APB for some reason right now, you would be going first because you rolled higher, and you and every single enemy you're fighting will roll initiative. Sometimes if there's a lot of enemies, I'll group some of the smaller ones together in like a group instead of having them act individually, just for the sake of flow. And everybody will take their turns in the order of highest to lowest, and then it goes back to the top of the list. And when you're in combat like that, you can move, take an action, and use a bonus action if you have it. So you can move as far as your speed goes. So yours is 30 feet. So you can move 30 feet in a turn. And then you can utilize any of the actions in your action list.
Inventory over 2.
Yep.
To the left.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you have the screen up. So if you click on actions, if you go to your inventory and left there actions, when it's your turn, you can move and take anything as an action and one bonus action if you have it. So you can use Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. And you can use it 3 times between rests.
And so equip the weapons, and then you'll come back to actions. You'll see them probably.
You
If I
should.
go in here and I put in some daggers
Yep, just equip 2 of them and go to actions, and you should see them on your list of actions now.
and my leather, I got to put my leather, my chaps on.
Jeez.
And then actions. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yep, and so the way the combat works when you get into combat, when you actually are engaging somebody in like melee, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll to hit them. And it's going to be your hit/DC roll there versus their armor class. So you rolled an 18, so that's actually a relatively good, really good hit. So that's going to hit a lot of targets. And after you hit them, then you roll the damage one next to it to see how much damage you hit them for. So you would hit them for 5 damage just now. And
And I believe he can dual wielding.
Yeah, you're dual wielding, so you would be able to attack with both.
Gotcha.
No. That would be a bonus action though.
Yep.
So the second offhand swing is the bonus action. Just scroll down a little bit on that page.
Yep. So you roll one.
Huh? It's not there.
I don't believe it qualifies as a bonus action. I think you can just automatically attack if you're offhand. I'll have to double check that one. I'm not
No. I think you're right, Doom. They added that secondary thing in 5.5. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Nick or Nick or Annette. Yeah, Nick or stuff like that.
That's a weapon ability based off of various things. Have like you see it over on there in the notes. It says Nick, which I think you have to have a proficiency of it to do that.
While we're going over this,
what happened fighting?
While we're going over this, go ahead, Falcon.
Yeah, right there. Bonus action there. Doom. 2 actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting. He's got.
Yeah. I think that just lets him. It explains it. When you take the attack action on your turn and attack the light weapon, you can make 1 extra attack as a bonus action later on the same turn. Yeah, so you basically choose your bonus action attack at the second one.
Amy, do you have your screen open, right? I've seen you roll in.
I have mine open. I'm not sharing it, but yeah.
I was gonna say,
following along.
Yeah,
So,
I'm trying to ask something. So Doom, with what you're looking at too from your screen, I imagine as a DM, you cannot really reveal anything from your screen. Is there something that the group can see off of your stuff if you were to share a screen, or is it just completely most of it
I
would
don't
be
have it-
hidden?
I don't have a screen shared right now because of I'm not doing anything at the moment past walking
Yes.
through what we're doing.
But when we
we're
are
actually
playing,
playing, when we're actually playing, no, I won't be the one you want sharing the screen because I will have
okay.
information.
There's
about
a
the-
zero, and
about
okay.
that.
I just wanted to make sure because I, as I've like tried to set, I do have a few things set up. And I want to back up because gremlins can happen. I do want to back up. So like overall, worst case scenario on a bad day, like I will make like Jirix, Amy, Dragon Ball, Lonnie. I will be able to just like flip through who's ever doing what overall. But yeah. Anyway, just wanted to make sure because on your end, if you're talking, we'll like figure out at least something where I could be like. So when I go over here and you're storytelling, I don't. We're not gonna just look at this screen, but I do have a few
Right.
things that I looked at. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
To add to that, Doom. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Back to the two weapon fighting. It says so when his attack, he doesn't add the modifier. So there's a +2, so it would be 1d4. So he can click the damage 1d4, but it wouldn't be +2 as well. So no dex or whatever add on to it. Anyway, you're.
Oh, that +2 is not the that's a strength modifier or his dex modifier.
Yeah, so an dual-handed weapon does not add the modifier, or not two-handed. Sorry, the second offhand attack does not add it.
Gotcha.
That's what I meant.
I see what you're saying. Okay. But Mike, as far as you're asking there on how things will go, I'm gonna try to figure out the best virtual tabletop for us to use. I'm actually gonna ping Nate about that, see if he has any suggestions since he's done this before digitally, and
I also,
I've done mine in person.
if you reveal to me some of the campaign, you could give me spoilers. I don't care. If you reveal some of it, I'll be able to. I have found a few resources that I'd be able to like actually put up while you're talking and whatnot. But again,
Gotcha.
not too big a deal.
I mean, Mike, we can also create you a blank character just so you can join and see the template or what everybody else is seeing. Because like an example I can give you is I know we're not going to be using it because of how garbage it is. D&D Beyond's virtual tabletop. It has a DM map and it has a player map, and the player map will basically be revealed as we play. So like it'll show areas where people can see and stuff, whereas the DM map will have literally everything on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That way you can join as a player in that way, and you can see what everybody else is seeing. And we could just have like a ghost character that follows the party, so you can see what everybody else is seeing.
Gotcha.
And whenever like they enter a combat area or something, we just place your character in the middle of the zone.
I gotcha. All right.
Or we can make you a character named Mike and Chill Twitch.tv or Twitch TV or whatever the whole thing was.
Cheap digital downloads, spinthewheel.com.
Speaking of which, I need to join the wheel.
I do too.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody getting on that wheel. It's helped a lot.
Your character would essentially be a giant walking billboard advertisement in the middle of the world.
I am looking forward to getting these stream loot cards. Man, I can't believe all the stuff that's broke. But when it comes together, I try to keep like art and stuff uniform. So I've just like kind of looked at a few resource packs, and I've reached out to a few people. But again, nothing. We don't need to get too extra this season. Just try to keep everything as uniform as I can.
Yep. And also to put some ground rules here when it comes to social interactions, because I know some people can get a bit gamey towards that in there. When it comes to trying to convince an NPC to do something like using a persuasion roll or something, if everybody in the party's together, let's only make it so only one person can attempt, and we were not like, well, you try now, and you try now, and you try now.
Exactly. That's a good idea.
Can't spam the same thing. Got it.
I mean, you could like literally, if everybody wanted to do it, roll. All three roll, and whoever rolls the highest gets the persuasion. I don't think. I guess actually Dragon Ball's the only one with persuasion, but I guess you could do a persuasion, but not get the bonus that he's getting off of his persuasion skill.
His bonus will be higher because it causes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like
But yeah, so
anybody
somebody-
could try persuasion, but it just would be kind of a waste of time practically if it's like
Anybody can-
super low.
That's one of the things with D&D. Anybody can try to do anything when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But not everybody's going to have the same effectiveness. Like
We
to give
want-
an example here is Dragon Ball's acrobatics is +2, but if he was proficient in it, it would be +4. Just an example.
We don't want to waste time. If it's, I don't mind. Like, okay, that's funny. Go ahead. It's not worth the roll if it's funny. But we don't want to like be silly with like our time either. Like constantly, I'm gonna try this and try that, and like exactly like you said. Like, okay, it's your turn now to do this.
Wait, so we're doing this once a week, right?
Dragon Ball's belly dancing. It didn't work. Okay, Jirix, you try belly dancing now.
I'm just saying, if it's once a week, can I just like hit the gym or something in between that time frame and come back with a little bit more dexterity or something?
You gonna do like a little one-on-one session here with Doom, and like find out.
Right.
Hey! You doing your gym sessions here, off to the side? Did you subscribe, huh?
I'm a dwarf, so I skipped leg day.
Or maybe pay to win, depending on how much you put into H4H.
God. No. A lot of it's gonna be like a complete. I know. On that note, it's a lot of it will be. Actually, I wrote a few ideas down. Shoot, I can. Oh, where are you guys at before I get into like the stream loot stuff?
I'm at my house.
Okay, all right, nice. You got the lights on.
No, that's overrated.
we got
Utility
just a
bill.
couple more things to cover, Mike.
Okay.
So like at the top of your screen up there, you'll see one that says a little checkbox says heroic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, this is actually something, Mike, that would be really a good channel point reward or something, or reward for people to pay for. So heroic inspiration is basically a reroll for characters. So I can either award them out because a character did something that's awesome or everybody thinks is cool, or because they did something amazing, or just because reasons, or they did something important story-wise, or because somebody donated $20 to H4H. And when I would say like Pepe Silva gets heroic inspiration, at that time he would click that to document that he has it, and at any time after that, if he fails a roll, he can be like, I'm using my heroic inspiration, and he'd basically get to re-roll it.
So, for example, if I put in a stream loot card, if somebody had donated $5 and they got a stream loot pack, and they pulled a card called, could they say, Dragon Ball, impress me with your best dance or song, and if you were impressed or if chat's impressed, is that how you can gain a heroic inspiration too? Like, is that a stretch, or does that make sense?
That's a perfectly reasonable way to do it.
Awesome. So I'm gonna do I already just took a note. I wrote stream loot impress me, like stash heroic inspiration. So that could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let them pick a character type, like whoever, you know.
Yep.
Or I'll just
And,
actually keep it. You know what? I won't let them pick a character. I'll just be like Groot. Like I'll say it'll be put in your hands. So like the more choosing I put into people's hands, the harder it will be. So I'll try to make sure I cut down on some of that also. But all right.
Mm-hmm. And the difference between short rest and long rest is a very key important detail that people misunderstand a lot. So short rest is basically you're sitting down for a little bit. Your spell slots don't replenish. You'll gain just a little bit of health. I believe you roll based on how many hit die you have, which is essentially your levels. And a long rest is basically a full night's sleep. You'll fully heal and recover all your spell slots. But something that a lot of people that I wanted to highlight here that a lot of people forget is a long rest, stuff's going to change in game. Time's going to move. It's not going to be like you're camping out and nothing's happening.
Okay.
The world progresses with or without you.
There's no encumbrance, so if Dragon Ball's Tiefling is like sleeping in, Amy could just put him on her back because there's no encumbrance.
Yes, that is,
Well,
that is-
you
that is
operate
things
as a
that happen.
party, though. You rest as a party, regardless.
Yeah. The only exception I would say there is if the party's separated and somebody wants to short rest away from everybody else, but you cannot long rest separately.
I want to see if I can bench press Pepe Silva. What do I roll for that?
You would roll strength.
Okay.
So you
I
would
rolled a
roll
20.
No, you
So
got a
you-
0. You're the first one to get a 0 on a die.
You broke my arms. You crushed me.
That's right.
No, he already said he got a 20, D20, or he got a nat 20. So in that case, he crits and you flung Pepe Silva to the moon.
Good luck landing on your feet.
But for
Does now Dragon Ball has to roll to see if he lands on his feet or if he breaks his neck?
Yep, he would roll dexterity. So to roll
so-
dexterity save here, Dragon Ball, what you need to do is you need to go over where their dexterity box is and click it.
Let's see.
to
Oh,
confirm, just
when-
to make it
Broke your
easier
neck.
on Doom, a crit or a 20 is not necessarily you get your way.
Yes, a 20 is it will be a crit in combat situations, but it's not necessarily a guaranteed hit.
all right. Just
Or
so you
like
know,
I'm saying in the
just
RP
so you know, I'm
situations.
always rolling a 20. So just in case.
Like
And
RP situations, the best possible outcome. Usually, it's not.
yes,
They can, like, for instance, the meme is a bard rolls to sleep with a dragon. The dragon can still say no because I'm not into humans or whatever. But it might not just tail whip you into a wall or something like that. Right? It's not, oh, you roll a 20. Things are gonna get R-rated. Just doesn't exist.
Unless chat is like deeming it, so I'm
in
just
that case,
teasing.
roll Constitution.
Yep.
Snoo.
So what happened to Dragon Ball with a 7?
Oh, he's definitely breaking his neck from falling from orbit.
Sorry, Dragon Ball. I mean Pepe.
It is what it is.
I didn't roleplay that. I apologize.
And
He's
advantage
pretty-
and disadvantage, Doom.
Yes, that's what I was getting to next. So advantage and disadvantage will happen in combat. When I tell you have advantage on something, it's typically again because you're attacking something that's not aware of your existence. For example, you're not going to automatically get advantage just because you're behind something all the time. So it's going to be like they don't know you're even in combat. When you have advantage, you can roll your attack twice, and you take the higher hit.
Mhm.
And disadvantage is the opposite of that. So if I say you have disadvantage, you're going to roll twice and take the lower.
Okay. You're going to go back over all this. You're going to help baby us along with this, right?
Yeah, but we're going to baby along. You're not going to remember everything. This is just like base rules.
I got you. Okay.
That's part of the reason why we're not worrying about encumbrance here in our first campaign, because we want to take the baby steps into it. We don't want to immediately just throw you into the deep end and have everything.
And it's a
Right.
time thing too. I mean, for me, I think like it'd be cool to keep track of encumbrance, but when it comes down to like the time and managing and all, it all adds up over the course of the campaign.
Mike would throw us right into the pit right off the bat.
Mike could be like, "Congratulations, you were starting our D&D campaign. Your first opponent is an adult gray dragon." You're level
Well,
1. Good luck.
Encumbrance, the first thing you're going through is a blizzard and it's heavy wet snow, and now your clothes are encumbering you too because they're gaining weight. Like, have fun.
I actually have a rule book on D&D Beyond for I think it's called Frozen Sick, about playing in a blizzard.
Oh man,
Let me see.
that'd be fun actually.
Let me find it real quick. Where is it? Oh, that leads me to another question I wanted to ask. Do we want to use a rule set or a story set that I come up with and make on the fly, or do you want me to go off one of the pre-built stories?
I like it on the fly only because it gives us an advantage because it's something that we can manipulate.
If you do, I think the manipulating of on the fly is great. But another point, though, if you do a pre-built story, you'll be learning like a lot. Not that Doom can't provide the history and things in the world of D&D, but if you do a pre-built story, you'll get that side of it too.
It's your train, man. However you want to do it.
What do you think, Amy?
I agree. I think that having not played in a really long time, I think some of it could be like pre-made, but it would be cool if, if some of it should not be, so that chat can be interactive and make us do certain things. I mean, maybe a main plot be set, but all the variables be very fluid.
So I imagine that there is, if you were to pick a pre-built story, there is like story number 1. Is there an initial story that you can like start off with? Or I mean, it's really whatever you want, but is there an initial story that they can get into, Doom?
There's a whole bunch of them out there. Like, let me get, I have a
like if there was one beginning story, like the origin story, is there an origin story that they can play? Okay.
No, there's a number of low level ones, but there's no set like here's the intro one.
Okay, I was just curious. So what I'll suggest is on the fly is great, but if you felt like there is a pre-built origin type that you felt like resonates with you for an origin of like whatever, like all encompassing D&D, I wouldn't mind if you wanted to do that, stick with it. It's not going to be on the rails, but it kind of helps it with time management. Then anything that is like happening with chat or whoever is being imaginative, you can still spin it into it. That's how I like a little mix of it all like that. It's up to you though. You're the DM. Like this is your story that you're telling, so ultimately it's up to you, Doom.
And LOL Falku joking in the chat there, he recommended Curse of Strahd. For everybody's awareness there, Curse of Strahd is one of the more popular storybooks out there. It's also one of the more complex ones. It essentially puts you into a location where your primary opponent's an elder vampire, and it's meant for levels 1 to 10.
One to 10 starts at level 1. Joking.
Like I said, the only thing there is your main opponent is literally an elder vampire. I mean, most stories are going to be meant for levels 1 to 10 anyway, because like I said, once you get past level 10, you're getting into like the really experienced like champion and godlike characters. Because a level 20 character in D&D is like super powerful. To give you an idea, one of the running jokes about the game is once a wizard gets past like level 12, the fighter just becomes a audience for his spells.
Nice.
Because they get some really silly spells at high level.
So like gladiators, but D&D.
Oh, even worse.
Oh, fun.
Some of the cards that I want to do are going to be like fragmented pieces. So if like chat is putting an artifact together, or if it is like I said, piecing together. I don't want to reveal. Actually, there's some Doom knows some of this. The artifact there's a few different types of fragmented cards I want to do, but I don't want to reveal too much about that because it needs to be fun. Like some surprises, not just for chat, but also some surprises for the party playing. But with that said, because of like if it's gonna be a pre-built story, I have to be aware of like I don't want to put in something that's like really like what is that doing here? Like what the heck is going on? So like obviously fragmented artifact works, but some of the other ideas might not like actually fit. So but again, like I can always shelve it for another campaign too.
Since we're playing it here, my recommendation would be to not use the pre-built ones. We can incorporate features of one if we get into an area in the world that's located near one of them. An example I can give you there is there's a whole story set on Stormbreaker Island, for example. So if our adventure somehow takes us to Stormbreaker Island, maybe we can pivot and go through that story. But we don't necessarily need to run exactly through that one by the book.
All right, that sounds good. I think we need to assign some like homework too, like it for it. So which books we can't like we don't have all the time in the world to read the whole library of D&D, but like maybe you can suggest. You just talked about Stormbreaker Island. We can go brush up on something like that. What would you suggest we brush up on?
As far as the setting goes, I wouldn't worry about brushing up on anything like that.
Okay.
The only thing I would ask people to do is to please fill out their character background information. It can be found under, I believe it's both under features and traits and background on your character sheet here, just so that we have something to work off of with your character's background. Because I can incorporate components of a character's background into the story. For example, if you have a rival from when your character was much younger, then I can maybe have them show up at some point as an example. And alignment's also a big important one because there are actually spells that will take in your alignment into consideration.
Background.
You already selected your APB. I think you selected lawful good.
Yeah,
but
I was just looking at personality traits and stuff.
Yeah, please feel free to put in that information. As far as your character's history goes, please remember you're level 1, so you're not going to be a master of anything.
Yeah. I am Fendira Wicks.
Okay.
And I put her picture up.
Okay. And if you can't find any good images of Pepe there, 7th, you can always go to an AI tool and tell it to draw a picture of Pepe for you.
Nice.
Or, hear me out. You take a picture of Mike and then AI mash it together with the Pepe.
That is also an option.
That's funny.
So right now we have Pepe Silva, the Tiefling Bard, and I would have to look. I have to memorize your character's name, APB. The Dwarf Cleric, and then we're gonna have whatever Jyrix is, the Paladin.
Nice.
Because I will try to get with Jyrix to make his character before our first actual session. And just so you so we're both aware, I despise doing the typical D&D intro. You're in a tavern.
I was gonna say, we're in a tavern.
Just so you're aware, I despise doing that intro.
It is pretty cliche, even though I haven't played except for one time in college, you know, because we all do it in college. Yeah, that's cliche.
So I just have to think of a good starting point and initial bad guy for us, and I will do that between now and our next session. And Mike, once I get it, I'll run it by you so that you can prepare any kind of loot cards or anything you need to for it.
Yeah, I'm glad I appreciate everybody with the I can't believe I mean starting my stream today and getting fatal error and then starting the one upstairs and still getting problem. Like God dang. Thank you for just keeping this super simple. I really appreciate everybody's time.
I'm excited. This is actually fun already. It's creativity and logic, and it's making my brain work in ways other than work ways.
Yeah, I still have no idea what I'm doing.
You're
It's-
belly
it's fun-
dancing.
Either,
You're
but
belly
it's
dancing.
it's fun to think of all the things we can do wrong.
Right.
Remember, part of the fun of D&D is failing in hilarious ways too.
What are we at?
Not-
What
not-
it's a Monday. Jyrix is I was gonna say, like, it'd be cool to go through this too with Jyrix. I know we don't have to, but whatever day like works out for him. I know again it sounds like I know Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Are we shooting for so again when he's up for Fridays, by the way. Like is anybody opposed to Friday night?
Depends on what time.
Hmm.
It will usually work for me.
I mean,
Just with the holidays, I can't always.
yeah, so like we all agreed to Monday and then like I just like let's
Usually I
keep it
can.
all right, no problem. I just will say it sounded like considering Jyrix works through the week, and I know we're all doing well, most of us are working, but because nobody was opposed to Friday, it sounded like that might be better than Monday night. Um, but yeah,
Stop it. Yeah, most Fridays I have open. Yeah, just not Tuesday for sure for me, but otherwise I can usually move things around with notice. Stop barking.
we
You
don't.
stop
Well,
it.
we'll just see if we'll just figure that out. Like, but that's about it. Is that it? Did you get over? Is there anything else, Doom?
that covers the basics for the game. Like I said, we're gonna have training wheels since it's the first campaign. We're gonna be going through it as pace
Right.
where we can remind everybody what things are. It's not gonna be like, oh my god, you forgot to do this. We're gonna ask people, hey, do you want to do this, and remind them that they can do that. Because I do know one of the harder things for a lot of newer players to keep track of, as an example, is the equipping and unequipping of weapons and spell slots. I know those are two of the more nuances ones that newer players forget a lot.
And this is what we'll do coming up. So for Jyrix's character, if you're good for it, Doom, we can meet up Friday for Jyrix's character this upcoming Friday, and if Lonnie's around, she could set something up regardless. And then after that, you guys can again decide if like Monday works or if it has to,
get sorted out going forward. But yeah, that's it. Again, thank you so much for the patience. I know that even my microphone is not adjusted. It removed all the filters off my microphone. So if you heard me fart tonight, sorry, excuse me.
Thank you so much, Doom. This is going to be great.
No
Yeah,
worries.
man.
Where is this? I really hope they will add like a fantasy setting to this on together.
Like I said, I'm gonna look for a good virtual tabletop for us to use so people can see like a map of what's going on in the environment.
Yeah, I found some cool resources that I was thinking that like I didn't want to pull the trigger on anything until like we did this. But if I have like an idea of the story too, I could also like get a few things sorted out and like pull that up like you said, like whether you got your maps and whatever, but I saw some nice art and whatnot. Waiting to hear back about a PNG thing. Now that I know, I don't. Yeah, well, I'll wait until I hear back about it. And I'll touch base, and let you know what's going on with it. Be cool if like again if Dragon Ball is talking and his PNG tuber's dancing along while he's talking, and then not, and then maybe just slouched over when he's not. However they want to design it. Or any input you'd like to add for that Dragon Ball, because it is your PNG tuber.
Dude, I'm down for whatever, man.
But same
Yeah.
thing, Amy, if
Yeah.
you want, like just if you want one, it's all good. I was suggesting it at the beginning of the stream where if we can't have like any kind of webcam up, then because sometimes we're not feeling well, then we like have that sorted out on the
Where can
screen.
I get who can do a
I'm
PNG for me?
if you give me an idea of what like when you're talking, if you have any idea what the action will be, like if you're chopping, what character are you again? You are a
I'm a cleric.
dwarven, a cleric
The
dwarf.
dwarf cleric.
Yeah. So like you could do a wave of your hand and light might. I mean, maybe not light because that's getting a
Oh
little
my gosh,
extra on the
this is so
PNG.
horrible and good at the same time.
What? Are you capturing a screen that
This
I
is
need to look
me
at? Is this
downloading.
allowed to be on the stream? Hold on, what?
Yes,
Hold on, what? It
yes,
is? Yeah, yes,
yeah.
you sure?
Hold on.
Oh
I
my
gotta.
goodness.
Hold on. I just
What
used
the heck?
some
What?
AI to create my picture.
Oh God.
Did it?
What
What?
is this?
No, dude.
Does
Get
it
out of
still
here.
show? Let me see.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. Hold on. I put I put your picture in with Pepe Silva, and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it. I asked it to add. I said, take the picture of the man and the image titled Mike and add it to the person in the other picture, and this is what it came up with. Hold on, let me get the right.
It's showing
Hold
it
on,
somewhat.
hold
Pretty
on, hold
dang
on.
small, but
Let me see if I got to add the right screen. Here we go.
what the bro? Dude.
Where is it?
There you go.
What is it saying? This is good at the top? Oh, because of his speech and stuff.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
I had it take. Which picture was it? Oh, because it was you. Because you have it in the back. I took. Can I? Where did I take that picture?
Be careful, Fade
Um,
Walker's art's ending up in there. I'm
I
just
took
kidding.
it. It it probably couldn't read it. I took it
Mhm.
from let me see. Can I I took it from this picture,
Yeah, I see that.
and I just told it at the bottom. So it probably just added that because it couldn't see the mic
Yeah.
and chill.
Yeah.
So it just put this is good. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good.
This is good.
It
There's
looks just
Pepe.
like you. I think it's perfect for my character. When I come running up into a town, they're gonna be like, "Dude,
I
this
wonder why
guy
they
needs
hate
to
you.
get out. This guy needs to get out." And if you know what, if you're gonna put me as one of those VTubers or whatever, that's the picture right there. That's what it needs to be.
That's, I mean,
But whenever I talk, it needs to be like that South Park thing where like the mouth just opens
oh
up.
yeah, okay. I can
Anything.
hold on. Let me make a note. They probably would be super thrilled to do something like that because they'd be like, done. But Dragon Ball.
You look like you gained weight in this picture, though.
Yeah, it looks like well, I'm not. It's because they have me within that TV, and the AI knows that when you're on the TV, it adds 10 pounds.
That's right. It adds 10 pounds. Right.
It did. It added. Did you send an image of that? And they're gonna be like, "What?" They're like, "You're playing D&D, and that's the PNG." I'll be like, "That's what they want.
You want me to
Do
send
not
it to you?
judge." I need a. If you're not joking,
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
they would be much easier for that person to set up exactly South Park Pepe Silva with the image you're giving me there. And Amy, yours doesn't have to be as silly, but whatever. Like if you give me the basics, it pretty much when you're not talking, it's a static image, and then when you're talking, it can move. It usually you can have some of the very basic stuff
at
is
that.
it
That's
moves
beautiful.
it moves its mouth, but
That's
you
so
can
funny. Oh my
you can
God.
have it do a little more than that.
It looks just like
Oh.
you.
I like how it include the TV box to it too. By the way, I just noticed that.
That's Mabel. What are you doing? Lay down.
It's kind of like when you're on you guys have seen Minzy. She's got a few of the animations when they're talking and they're just like yapping away, and it's just like a very simple, almost, it just looks animated, but it's just a few scenes. So anyway, that was great. That was really good. Again, thank you for your time,
Oh, very
Doom,
nice. I like the
and you guys
pigtails.
coming in for it.
I like how ABP's got the whole serious character appearance, and Seventh is like, "Here's Mike's head."
Wait. Oh my God, you guys!
If you want me to come up with something more serious, I can do that.
No, it's
No, I like that
it's
guy.
however, man. It's funny. I mean, I've never seen those I don't have bags under my. How is it getting bags under my eyes?
Dude, why you're reading way too much into this.
I just realized, I'm like, there's no way I got bags under my eyes like that. Now I'm like,
I don't know,
gotta
man.
pull
Like a
my.
third hand.
I gotta pull my phone out and look.
I want
Oh,
to say
wait.
though,
Actually-
you look really good in a tie, man. That's what you should be wearing for stream.
All right, I'll do a stream loot card. Wear tie to.
That's right. Tie to work day. Yeah. Nice professional look there. That's such a.
Yeah.
Did you click on it and enlarge it?
It must be like the shadows from
That's so
above.
weird.
His eyes are so dead inside.
How did they even? What?
I think I know where it came from, Mike. It's probably because it's blending your appearance with what's his name in the background. And it's probably getting the shadows and the dead eye apparent stare from him.
Oh God! Don't you put? Let's bite my tongue. I'm biting my tongue. Ow!
Look at the hair on top.
It did give me hair on top. I had to lean in for that.
That's funny.
I'm surprised you didn't prompt You should have prompted chat GPT now perfect, but remove the headset and see what
You know
it
what I
does.
think? You know what I think looks even better with that headset is the cord that's coming off of it goes to nothing. It's just cut off. It doesn't go to anything.
It's just a prop. That's why.
No.
Perfect.
It's the voice. I'm hearing the voices in my head instead.
So if you gotta make it more realistic, you gotta make it RGB.
Flashing lights. Oh.
That's
Oh, this
funny.
was fun tonight. I appreciate it again. Everybody
It
coming on in.
was. Thank you for hosting, Mike, and thanks for all your help, Doom.
Mhm.
7th, I cannot wait to play. You're gonna be hilarious in that
We'll see.
form.
Oh, there's
It
gonna
is
be
gonna be a lot of
memery.
fun.
It is.
I intentionally set up memery, by the way.
Nice.
And
Just
just
pull
to give
this
you
up.
both some awareness here, I will modify monster stat box to make the game more entertaining for you, just so you know.
Nice.
All right, I've got like another hour's worth of work to do for actual works. I'm gonna head out.
Amy, I hope you have a great
I'm gonna
night.
I'm gonna
Thanks, you
raid.
too.
Let's see if we can like it all like
Sure.
punch in a raid line, and then if you can, just
Yeah.
pulling this up to see who is on.
Mabel, stop it. You were just laying down really nice. No. Stop. Go lay down. We'll go to bed in a minute. Stop.
Is
You
Gak
can
still
go to bed
on?
anytime.
Gak popped
Oh, Mike.
in. Let's. Yeah.
I knew you're looking for a raid target. I just thought of something. Is there actually a game category on Twitch for Dungeons and Dragons?
I think so, but I had just popped up and didn't flip everything around, so I just went to games and demos.
No problem. I just wondering that. I'm gonna look and see if there is.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain, but with all of that,
There is. There's a channel called Game Topic Dungeons and Dragons.
everything was. I
I
didn't
also got
want
like
to.
tabletop RPGs, I think.
Yep. I didn't want to bring in the wrath of like, just in case
Oh, no.
something, because of how broken things were today. I'm like, let me get this fleshed out, and then we'll, yeah. And that's why I am grateful for everybody like keeping it chill with my stress, right?
You like the other one?
Did you pull something else? I'm doing a raid to Gax here. Is this even working?
you-
Is my bots working?
Gives you a little more
he
color.
cleaned it up.
Let me. All right, hold on. Let me copy my raid line and open this back up.
Now it
still has
says
hair,
this
though.
is gourd.
Oh my god! What a. I don't even know if I'm. I was gonna say, did I age? But at the same, like,
No, you got more color to you. It looks like you've been outside mowing the lawn.
The guy in the background has different facial expression too.
And he's a little bit more
Yeah.
upset.
Doesn't.
The
Oh
first
my
one
goodness.
captures your beard better.
I'm shaving. That's it. I'm totally shaving again. And no, I'll just grow it back in for the next campaign later after. Hey, Kmart, I'll see you later. Oh, yeah, I've been proud. I think Dragon Ball, you picked up a trumpet or something. I think, right, with your bard.
Yeah. Trumpet, a pan flute, and something.
Something. All right,
Right.
raid's going out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Yeah, well, that's all.